All right, I'm gonna start. Oh, this is really weird, man. It's like my mouse is just off. You know what I mean? It's like it's moving, but it just has enough lag to make me think like it's not connected, but it's like it is. Just weird. I have to go to my mouse settings and see. I might have put a delay on the mouse setting or something like that, so it doesn't. Like I like my mouse to be lickety split. So anyway, I just started this stream. I'm getting ready to go out there. I know we're running just a couple late, but I am.
We're still missing Forge.
I know that's kind of what I'm delaying for a little bit, but I'm going out to Twitch just to
What do
do
you
our.
mean? I'm here.
There he is.
Oh, no, not Forge. Core.
There he is.
My bad.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Cora can be all right because he's working. It'd be all right because he's working. Anyway, yeah, he works, so he may be here just a little late. So, I
But
expected him.
does your mouse have a button that changes your speed? 'Cause I
Not
have
on
one
my
on mine.
so not on my mouse per se. My mouse, I got a really nice one. My mouse does like everything except that. Because I actually have I can push a little button on the left and it opens up a whole menu of items. I can like play video, I can drop an emoji. It's got all these little functionalities. And then on the right hand side, the little button, because it shows up in a little wheel of icons. Kind of like when you click on your character token, it opens up those little icons around it. It's the same thing when I left click on my mouse. It opens up these functionalities, and then the right one is actually the extended ones. So I can actually like open up Gemini AI through this. I can ask other AI tools, Chat GPT. It's like, dang man, where'd all this crap come from? It's like I don't want all that on my mouse, but it's there because I got a new mouse. Bottom line is, I broke my last keyboard, so I got a new keyboard, and it came with a new USB transmitter, and the new USB transmitter was not compatible with my old mouse because it's the old version of the mouse. So I had to get a new mouse, same brand, same style, same everything, just a newer version. But so it's got all the bells and whistles, but the settings for like when you want to set your mouse speed or whatever are actually still in the Windows settings. So I'll have to go check that out because it's not like way off. It's just a little bit. Hey, Snake, appreciate you being out there. Anyway, I've talked enough. We've got everybody here. Let's kick this thing off. What do you say? Oops, almost forgot to hit the button. All right. Hello, everybody. We're here. Oh, did that start to play again? What happened? It's like suddenly something started to play. I'm like, what was that? Give me just a second. I forgot to update my stream information. It still said that we're on episode number 5, but no, ladies and gents, we are actually episode 6. Can you believe it? Look how fast we're cruising along. And anyway, welcome everybody to tonight's episode of Agora Quest, our Savage Tide edition. Appreciate you guys spending your Friday evening with us. I am Sean. If you're new here, welcome. Old hands, welcome back. For those that know, we are here every Monday on our first edition Dungeons and Dragons game. You know what? I should just stop doing this intro and ask Snake to do it, because Snake comes to every one of our sessions. Whether he's playing or not, Snake is here. So we appreciate the love being shown out there. But anyway, bottom line is we're here every Monday, 7:30 to 11-ish, and every other Friday at the same time. Same channel, just different games. First edition game, we're doing Age of Worms. This 5th edition game is our Savage Tide edition. And as I said, we are only on episode 6, merely because we seem to always get stuck having a break, or something happens where I can't play, or we have a one shot that I just want to interject in the game. I don't know. There's just stuff happens and we don't get to play, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Don't forget, as you watch the stream, you earn tokens. You can trade those tokens in to give advantage to any player of choice. Nat 1s or Nat 20s to any player of choice. Just make sure that when you drop it, you let us know who it is. Just click the little gold coin underneath the chat block there on Twitch. If that's where you're watching, it'll pop open a window. You can select Nat 1 or Nat 20, and you just let us know who it's for. The more you watch the stream, the more you interact with the stream. Everything that you do with the stream actually lets you earn tokens faster. If you're a subscriber, you earn them faster. If you talk, if you cheer, if you do whatever, you earn tokens that much faster. And then you can turn right around and give them to your favorite player or your humble DM. But make sure you get them in early and often, because they're only good for the stream with which they are donated. They are free, so it's not really killing anything. Sometimes I carry them over, but for the most part, things do not get carried over. And I do believe, as of right now, nope, nobody has anything. I think Mormont had a Nat 20 toward the end of the last game. Not for sure, can't remember. I had a Nat 1, but as it is now, clean slate. No nothing for anybody. However, if you want to help support the stream as well as support your favorite player, or I include myself in there as part of your favorites, the DM is always willing to accept donations and gifts from you, our favorite audience. For every 200 bits that you cheer, you can grant advantage to your favorite player or DM. And those do carry over from stream to stream, because I'm a firm believer, if you're willing to help support the stream, spend your hard-earned coin, $2 at a time, or whatever it works out to be for 200 bits. I don't know, like $2 or whatever. Anyway, for all of that cheering, we're going to let those carry over from stream to stream. And as it is right now, Edelbrock has an advantage available. And Gage has an advantage available. So, yeah, I encourage you, if you've seen our dice rolls, you will know that we really should have a lot of help.
Have mercy on the poor dwarf.
From you, the audience, because it has not been going well at all for as far as dice rolls. Hey, Cora, how you doing, sir? Appreciate you making it.
Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Nope, I'm well, can you guys hear me?
1, 2, 3, 4. You are good, sir. You are good.
Nice. Glad my mic is coming in nice and clean. I got a new external mic now.
Nice.
On its own little stand and everything.
Very cool. Look at you. Why couldn't you have that shit when you were in the other games?
Well, because the problem renter moved out and left all their shit. I even got a new monitor too, and a new desk.
Nice. Look at you. Anyway, Oh, look at, I already did that, man. Sorry, I had some notes I was taking, but I'm like, oh, I already took those notes. Anyway, we have an ad break going on, so we can just keep talking. As I said, for every 200 bits you cheer, you can grant advantage to the player or DM. Just let us know who it is, and we will make sure that it gets added to their bucket. And as I just said, right now, Edelbrock and Gage are the only two that have advantages available to them. And unlike inspiration, you can have as many advantages as people are willing to give you. So if you got 10 advantages, you got 10 cracks to roll the same dice if it's just not going your way. Also, if you want to really help support the stream, obviously subscriptions are awesome. If you have Amazon Prime, they actually give you a free one. If you're not already using it on another channel, you can use it here and set it and forget it. But if you're not one of those that wants to have recurring subscriptions, we also give you the tip jar. If you go to our page, twitch.tv/Agora Quest, and just scroll down about halfway down, you see all the links for like video and all the other good stuff, who we are and about us and blah, blah, blah. There is a tip jar. You click on that, it'll take you to a page that will allow you to donate. I think the minimum's $5. Don't quote me on that, but bottom line is that's actually a better way than subscriptions, I think, because for all the interactions you do, whether subscriptions and cheering and all that good stuff, that goes 50% goes to Twitch, the other 50% goes to the content provider. But if you use a tip jar, it all goes to the content provider. And I can speak from experience that I like it. I will take support in any way it comes. If you just want to cheer a bit here or there, or you want to do a subscription for just a month, is awesome. But the tip jar is really cool. And I can thank people like Cora, who's given me that donation. I can thank people like Cannibal, for those that know who he is, for literally giving me a donation that paid for my stream deck. So yeah, man, it's an excellent way to support whatever content provider, not us necessarily. But if you got people on Twitch that you really like, definitely check it out if they got a tip jar. Anyway, last but not least, I should say, if you like Greyhawk like we like Greyhawk, don't forget to check out the Greyhawk Creatives team page, twitch.tv/team/Greyhawk Creatives. If you can't remember all that, great. ! Socials. If you're here in chat, ! Socials. That will give you all the links to all of our different stuff. You can catch us on YouTube, catch us out on X, catch us here on Twitch, hit our Discord. Just come by and say hi. We're not a big, like, super spammy Discord. In fact, we're kind of like a desolate wasteland until getting up toward game time. All of a sudden, we get a flurry of activity. But come check us out anyway, man. Come join the fun. We definitely appreciate it. Now, if you have been following along in the game, oh, look at you. So that is a thing. I just noticed that. Been a moderator for 6 months. Damn, look at you. And you've only been part of the game for like 5 years or whatever it is. 2021 we started.
I know. I'm awesome, aren't I?
June, actually, I put it on the calendar. June 17th. June 17th, 2021 was our very first stream. So I encourage you to go check it out.
You're not counting all the time before that?
Well, no, because I don't count that because that was face-to-face stuff. That wasn't streaming.
True.
So, yes, before that it was 2019? Was it 2019?
We need to make sure that if I ever go back to Florida, that we make sure we pick a week that you're not attending a wedding.
I got 4 kids, man. I can't guarantee shit. So anyway, let's get back to it so we can get into the story. Our party has been investigating around town, trying to find the whereabouts of one Vanthus Vanderborn, the younger brother of Lavinia Vanderborn, who happened to hire the party originally to figure out why the harbor master and his band of merry men had impounded one of her family's ships, and she paid the taxes and any levies and anything that were supposed to be paid to the tune of 100 platinum pieces. But when she went to retrieve her vessel, the scalawags, I'm going to start using pirate terms now, the scallywags that took over her vessel, or who had impounded her vessel, refused to give it up. And so Lavinia hired the party to go help out. They went and did a beatdown, got her coin back, found her father's signet ring, and by finding the signet ring, it allowed her to access the family vault beneath the local castle in town, where all the city, the bank vaults and all that are. And so, because they were so successful in retrieving her stuff, she hired them on a contractual basis on a monthly stipend of a few gold per month. And so the party has elected to go along with her, and they went down to the vaults to check out the family treasure because, oh, by the way, her parents had died and left her everything, much to the chagrin of her younger brother. And so they went to go check out the family vault because Lavinia really needed to get all the finances in order. And when they got down there, they discovered that the vault had been raided and there was only a couple chests worth of any kind of treasure left over. And lo and behold, Vanthus Vanderborn, the younger brother who had been stiffed by his father's will, what had been coming down there with what he said was his fiancée. So some new plot twist. Who is this woman that Vanthus Vanderborn is hanging out with? And so the party was looking about town for Vanthus, and they received word that he was actually trying to rebuild the old pirate coves underneath Parrot Island. And Parrot Island is a large strip of land in the harbor of Sasserine, the city where this is all taking place. And so the party went there to sort of figure out, what is Vanthus got going on down there? Well, just so happened it's a trap. And so the party got there, climbed down through the access shaft into the old pirate caves and caverns beneath Parrot Island. And the individual who gave them the information came tumbling down the shaft behind them. He had his throat slit, and a cackling, gleeful voice told them as it was leaving and covering up the exit, told them to tell Penkus he said hi. I have no idea who Penkus is, but we'll tell him he said hi when we find him. And so the party was then stuck beneath Parrot Island, and they have been down here trying to figure a way out. In the interim, they discovered a rather large group of undead. Most of them were a little old in age, but some of them were in fact wearing clothing more recent times, and they just got done fighting a rather powerful creature known as a hoikava, and it's an undead creature that stems from a priestly individual that went the wrong, something happened to them that corrupted them or whatever, and so they came back in as this undead creature that still retained much of its magical arcane ability as it had had in life. So the party has been fending for their lives this entire time that they've been down here, and they have finally come to a door that leads into some more natural caverns, but unfortunately the tide in and out, as the tides or the waves kind of draw out and then crash back in, they affect this. They are below the waterline apparently, or at least partially below the waterline, as the water comes sloshing through these natural caverns that have pitted holes where there are pools of water and sea anemones everywhere. The glistening of the crystalline salt formations on the walls give a tale that these tunnels can fill about halfway up, probably during high tide, and in low tide the water draws away. It's kind of like if you want to think of what goes on when a what's sort of like a tidal wave happens. It's like the beach suddenly gets completely void of water, and then all of a sudden this big wave comes crashing in. It's kind of what's happening here as they're standing on this entryway into these natural caverns. Behind them is the more worked caverns of the old pirate caverns and pirate caves and hideout. They have now moved into a more natural caverns, but as I said, the waves are sloshing around everywhere, and as they walk, they tend to get swooped up and slammed into the walls. And so they have worked their way back now. At least I should say Mormont. Was it Mormont that went out there and Forge? I forget who went out there at first, but then came back.
Yeah, we just made it right there to the bend.
Yep. And so right now where they are at, they are recovering from their latest battle with this rather powerful undead and its minions. They're beat up pretty badly. We have been discussing what we are going to do next. As I said before, rests have to be at least 4 hours apart. I'm going to say it's been 2 hours since you've had your last rest, because you had a rest right after you guys fought the crabs, and then you went back and did a bunch of other stuff. And I'm going to say about 2 hours has passed since that time. So before you can really garner the effects of a quote unquote short rest, you're going to have to essentially take an extended short rest of about 3 hours, hoping that nothing happens along that time. But that is up to you. That is up to what you decide. That is the gist of where we are and what is going on. Does anybody, players, have any questions about anything that I have discussed or talked about? Anything you need to know out of character, out of game, before we pick up session 6 of Savage Tide?
I just
I
gave
have
you a
a
thumbs up.
technical question
Yes, sir.
on the group menu thing.
Mhm.
Where it says advancements,
Yes.
allows me to distribute the gold. I'm the only one listed on there though.
So where's it at?
On the group inventory.
Okay, let me see. That is where?
It's where the PC characters are. There's a little icon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so because you only have control of your character, right? You don't have like control of everybody.
Okay, so that just won't work then. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So it's definitely there, but unfortunately, I mean, I can distribute, right? But you can only do stuff for your own character. You're not allowed to do anything for anybody else's character.
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna. I didn't know that feature was there. I just happened to discover it, so I was gonna auto distribute the gold that I found.
Yep. So I can, if
I believe I marked it somewhere.
Well, still,
I
I'm
didn't.
just sorry. Go ahead.
I know I was writing it up as we went. No, okay. If I did, it was not in the loot channel.
Yeah, that's all right. We've got it. I'm just saying is, well, if somebody that's Foundry BTT savvy wants to look up to see, because I don't know, I can like make you observers of everybody, so maybe that'll allow you to distribute to them, but I don't know, right? So if I made everybody able to as observers, that would allow you to open up other character sheets and look at stuff. You just can't do anything with the character sheet, right? It's like a read only. So
I mean, if you're fine with doing it yourself,
no, I'm not. I'm fine. Yeah, I don't mind doing it myself. I was
just wondering if there was something I needed to do in order, or how that worked. If something was not set up right.
Yeah.
But, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite possible that it's something that I didn't set up right, because I know Foundry, but I may not be like the most savvy Foundry guy. So anyway, don't forget also, you guys met a pair of sea spawn that has been going with you guys. They were actually hiding in the water when the undead attacked you guys for the extent of the combat, and they are still in the chamber where the crabs were. So that is the extent of tonight's game. I am going to clear out the chat as we begin tonight's episode, which again is episode 6 of Savage Tide, what we are essentially all calling There Is No Anna. Any other questions from anybody? If not,
just a thing about the tide coming in. Does it look like tide's coming in like at a beach, or is it?
so yeah, think of it as it's a sort of a beach right now where it's kind of sloshing waves. So the water kind of pulls away from where you're at. Well, let's go ahead and get started, and then we'll just go right there, and we can give the whole we can do the whole thing. So let us do this. Let us do this so that everybody out in the world can see. And then let me go ahead and give the description once again. This is what you guys see kind of from where you're standing. The muffled sloshing heard beyond the door grows suddenly louder as the passage opens into a vast natural sea cave ahead. The air here is colder, heavy with the salt and the stink of wet stone. Waves surge and recoil through the cavern in slow, rhythmic pulses, each crash echoing through the darkness like distant thunder. The cave itself twists westward into shadow, its walls polished smooth by centuries of relentless tides. A slope of damp sand descends from the doorway where you're at toward the black water below, crisscrossed by strange grooves and drag marks that vanish beneath the surf. And that's where you guys looked, and you can see that it looks like something was dragged through the sand here. What it was, not sure. You just see like a couple of grooves dragged in the sand. Clusters of purple and blood-red sea urchins cling to the lower walls and nest in the shallow depressions along the ground. Their wet spines glisten in the dim light like scattered gemstones, beautiful at first glance until the water shifts and reveals dozens of more hidden beneath the surface. The tide churns violently here, water surging against the cavern walls with sudden force before retreating again with a... Every so often, the current pulls hard enough to make the entire cavern seem to breathe. Something pale moves beneath the dark water in the western pool. Perhaps it's only foam. Perhaps not. From somewhere deep below comes a faint grinding scrape of stone against stone, followed by silence. And not Edelbrock, but Marmot, I know, at least got to around the first bend. As you see, as you were watching here, the water itself, where right here at the entry is maybe a foot deep. You can see the water kind of peel back and then rush up to where you're standing right at your toes before, like a surf on a beach, it sort of retreats again only to come sloshing up again. You can see that the pitted holes in the deepness of the cavern wall or the cavern floor underneath the waters, maybe a foot, maybe 18 inches in places. But looking along the side walls, you can see where the water line at high tide would make that probably about 8 to 9 feet deep. So it's obvious that the water actually comes probably up close to the door at high tide, forming deep pools as you move west. But in addition to the current dragging and slamming and dragging and slamming, the sea anemones that you see down there are ripe with dozens of barbs on each of them. So giving yourself an additional food for thought before moving your way into the tunnels of water.
What do you think? Should we stay and rest before proceeding through the water?
I'm down to rest just a little. Yes, just a little.
Okay, we should pull out of here to rest.
10, 15 minutes at the most. We shouldn't really stay here too long.
What was that?
10 to 15 minutes at the most. We really shouldn't stay here too long.
Well, 15 minutes ain't gonna do much to recoup.
You
Yeah,
guys,
probably.
you guys hear a wet slapping sound coming from the door.
The fish elves.
We sure?
Probably.
You want me to open it?
Yeah, let him out. What the hell?
Ah! Oh,
As you open the door, these big-eyed sea spawns sort of look down at you. Their heads sort of cocked left and right, looking, talking to each other in their language. We find exit. As one of them steps in,
maybe.
and he moves past you guys, walking into the water.
Could you let us know if this is a way out?
We find. As he watches the water, ocean speaks here, tells of exit somewhere. We find. And they
All right.
disappear into the water as they go into the water, diving, going, and you see them moving along with the wave as it draws them out.
And that's the last we'll see of them.
Yep, pretty much.
So are we gonna rest here or there?
You know,
think
we should
Small rooms.
search those rooms again. Maybe if there's a hidden passageway or something that we may have missed.
Is
Sure.
that zombie still in that doorway?
It is. It's
Alright, well-
technically, I've got it standing in the doorway, but it's kind of like moving into the far room beyond is where it's heading. It's not heading in your direction. It's heading away from you.
Well, the door shut. Is it able to open the door?
Apparently so. The doors themselves aren't really that reliable anyway.
Yeah. Don't
It's
I
a
know it?
repetitive motion any zombie would adhere to.
Okay, you said this room was what, a storage room?
Yeah, it was like some sort of a storage closet, maybe. Had a bunch of old broken down shelves, a lot of old broken wood handles, and what appear to be mop heads and other sundry type items. So it looks like some sort of a storage area. Yeah,
All right, we'll find secret doors. It's going to be perception or investigation?
it is investigation. As you move your way around the room, you can tell that nobody has been here forever, and the mostly stony dirt walls reveal nothing hidden.
Nothing in there.
Nope.
Is there any crab meat left? Is
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of crabs.
there enough wood around here that we can use for? Never mind. I can make a fire.
Anything? Dwarf.
Were you looking for anything particular there, Forge?
Yeah, I'm gonna do something first here.
Okay.
Target myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a little guidance on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do an investigation, try to find if there's any secret passages or anything else that I might find in here.
All right. I have just applied the investigation guidance on you. Nice. As you search about the room, much like before, this reminds you of perhaps some kind of an office, or maybe a chamber of somebody who was in charge or at least in seniority of some kind. Because in addition to a small bed, there's actually an old desk and stuff in here, but it's all long since rotted and decayed and broken away. And you find nothing with regards to any kind of exits or anything that might be interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the desk a little bit and see if there might be anything of use.
It's
And
it's all
decay.
rotted wood. It's all rotted wood. So your investigation check included that, and there was nothing.
Okay, no problem.
Well, should we shack up in a closet and rest?
You know, I think we should go try to kill that zombie at least. Eliminate the last thing around.
We should probably get rid of him.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm just going to say a little time period passes. Said zombie has been removed. I don't want to waste time with combat. We'll just call it
No problem.
as
All
being having been done.
Okay, we can go back to the room we stayed in the first time, or we can use probably this 6 square room above us. Oh, looks like 6 square it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Tired.
You guys going to spend a nice 3-hour nap?
Yeah, probably so.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, great. Stuck in an elevator with 6 sweaty men.
Oops. All right.
I'm sorry.
All right.
The first thing that came in my head.
Please, nobody for it.
All right. As 3 hours pass by without interruption, go ahead and take yourselves a short rest, please.
If we wait 3 hours, would we be able to take a long rest instead?
Yes, if you wanted to do that.
Let's just go ahead.
Actually, technically, 2 hours plus 8, so it would be a total of 10 hours. It's only 3 hours because I said 2 hours before you could take the rest, and then the 1 hour short rest. But if you want to take a long rest instead, it'll be a total of 10 hours.
Well, I'll be fully refreshed after 3. What about y'all? What do y'all want to do?
Oh shoot! Actually, let me check his magic. Doesn't he have like arcane recovery as a wizard?
I believe he does. I don't know for sure.
Yes. Okay.
Yep, he's got Ritual Adept and then Arcane Recovery. So
Yeah. Okay. I can. I only need a light one. I don't need anything. I don't need to take a nap or anything.
Same here.
I should be fine.
okay.
I was being careful with my magic beforehand.
All right. So the decision has been made to take a short rest. So everybody give yourself a short rest.
I will use my second win before I take that rest.
Yeah.
Healing.
I have
Mormont, who rolled the one for the was that Edelbrock? Yeah, Edelbrock, go ahead and roll a regular D8.
I get nothing.
All right, so you get an additional 2, Edelbrock. So I'll put you at 13. I if you don't remember, I re-roll ones for all healing. So if you happen to take a heal, and it only gives 1 hit point, rather than me reverting it and you going again, we just roll whatever the healing dice was and add the additional that you get from that. So, all right. See, there we go. Yep, there we go.
I'll take the 1 because that would have maxed me out anyway.
Okay. Mormont, you're still at 4. You already use all your.
On the last short rest, yes, I used my hit dice.
Okay. All right. So Mormont is.
I'm a survivor.
Mormont is still at 4 hit points for those that care.
Gage will hand them a healing potion.
All right. So let me do
Can I
that.
just drag it onto Mormont?
I don't think you're allowed
I
to.
can.
I didn't think you were allowed to.
I can drag it from my inventory and drop it on this token.
All right, make sure that it shows up.
It showed
It
up.
is. It moved from my inventory and it showed up in theirs. That's pretty awesome.
I like it.
I have a question for you, Sean.
Yep.
I have magical cunning, which allows me to restore expended pack magic slot.
Okay.
Half my maximum.
Okay.
Would I be able to use that to restore cantrips if I wanted to?
No, it's only slots.
Okay.
But as a short rest, you should get all of them anyway, right?
I was just
Oh, okay, I get you. I hear you. That's a fair question. As far as I know, it's not for cantrips. It's only for spell slots.
yeah, it just said pack magic. So
Yeah. So now I'm gonna have
I
to
think
stick with that.
they all carry cantrip slots normally, so
Yeah. All right. So Mormont is at 9 now. He's a little over halfway there. Don't know if Mormont, do me a favor, roll a D4, please. Because one of the dice rolls that you rolled was a 1. So you get an additional 2, so you're at 11.
Oh,
All right. Y'all make sure you deselect one another just so we don't accidentally get into combat and swing at one another.
or yourself.
Or yourself. Yep. All right. Anybody want to do anything else after our short rest is over? Looks like everybody's relatively healed. Edelbrock's down 4. Mormont's down 6. Gauge is maxed. And I think Forge is maxed too. Yep. So I don't know if you guys want to do any more healing before you get out, or we can just continue on with the next phase of this, and that is trying to extricate ourselves from this labyrinth.
Maybe could have got some healing before we took a rest, so you guys weren't burning an extra spell slot.
It wouldn't have done me any good.
All right, are we
I
good?
already. Yep.
Okay. So as you guys hole up in this little sweat shack, it is humid, it is damp, it is not comfortable, but your time spent here is unmolested as a few hours go past. Not really sure how many. You aren't really sure the time of day or time of night. It was evening when you guys arrived here, so no telling how long you've been down here. That being said, what do we want to do now?
I hate to say it, but it looks like we're gonna have to brave the water.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Or well, the water creatures that were in that one room. We didn't really explore that room, but they're out of that room now.
Yeah, we could see if they're back and check that room, I guess, one last time, and then GTFO.
All right. Let's get going then.
Oh, they're back.
Find exit.
Awesome.
Visits reachable, but with us, with our, needing to breathe air.
Oh, no. It's underwater.
How far down?
10 feet, then swim through caves, through tunnel, out to harbor. Come, we'll show you.
Caves. Were there any pockets of air along the way, or is it just
Oh, no.
no? All right. I don't think any of us here have a means of breathing long enough to get out.
Do you think you could tow us? Maybe like one at a time?
Oh no, too narrow, difficult. Hold breath, you make it, no problem.
Yeah. Seems like it's a good day to die.
Nope, that's better than just dying in here.
Cannonball.
So as you guys, you're walking into the sloshing water, as the water is now about 4 feet deep where Gage is right now. As the
So-
water is
It's
deeper.
Covering Mormont.
Yeah, well, not quite yet. I want to say Marmot's right up to his nose where he's at, but where Gage is, as it starts to slope down, the water in here is slamming you guys in and against the walls, as well as the pits beneath. As you go to step in, right where you are at, I am going to need Gage. Give me a DC. Let's see. Movement through the water. First of all, it's difficult terrain, so your movement is halved. And I am going to need a DC 13 athletics or acrobatics check every amount of movement, right? So if your movement is 30 feet, that means every 30 feet, I'm going to need a check, even though you can only move half speed. At the 30 foot, I'm going to need another check to avoid the rushing currents from slamming you into the walls or knocking you off your feet as you slam into them. So, right now, I'm just going to say Gage and Edelbrock are the two that have moved into the currents. Right now, Mormont and Forge are just on the edges where they're just now starting to walk in through the water and haven't quite got caught up into the currents. You watch, though, as the sea spawn ahead of you disappears under the water, expecting you to follow him. And poof, he disappears into the water. You're not sure which direction he went. But Gage, give me a DC 13 athletics or acrobatics check, please.
1 second. 1 second.
1 second.
I'm going to cast guidance. And I'm going to gauge which is your best skill there.
Dexterity. I'll be rolling acrobatics.
Acrobatics. I'm going to put guidance
Acrobatics?
athletics on them. Acrobatics, yep.
Yep, okay.
All right, and that's what, D4? Yeah.
Well, no, he'll apply it to you. So I need to select Gage, and you're doing acrobatics, you said?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. It has been applied. So now when you roll, sorry.
Then I want to do the same to Edelbrock and Mormont as we go.
I already passed mine so far.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, you.
All right.
Dives in after them.
All right. As you manage to move, I'm going to move your tokens for you guys just so I can see just how far you've moved. So that was going to be, come on. This is the 15-foot mark for Edelbrock.
I can't.
And that is the 15-foot mark for Gage. What about Mormont?
I can't actually do that because it's a concentration spell. So.
Oh, yeah, you can only do it one at a time. So, but he already used it. That's all right. Gage already used his, so.
I'm a nimble swimmer.
All right, go ahead and give me a DC 13. I'm going to do these one at a time, and I'll move your tokens for you guys. Mormont, go ahead and give me a DC 13, athletics or acrobatics. Your choice. Nice. As Mormon gets like a 40. Oh, 26, close enough.
A little fishy.
All right, as you manage to move your 15 feet. And Forge, your choice.
Let's see. Acrobatics.
Okay,
It's not the same world.
need a DC 13. As Forge moves about 10 feet in, suddenly the waves come crashing over, slamming him into the walls and beneath. I also now need, please, a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. As you are knocked prone into the water, landing on the sea anemones. As you get slammed into the sea anemones, you find suddenly that the water crashes into Forge, slamming him, lifting him like a log, slamming him into the salty sides of the sea cavern and dumping him face first. And think of it as like an alligator has grabbed you and it's rolling you underwater. As the water spins and twists you, the sea anemone spines rake across your face and your neck as you suffer. Dun, dun, dun. Boy, my mouse is just killing me. As you suffer 3 hit points of piercing damage, and you're brought back 10 feet to there before you manage to sputter and regain your footing. Gage, back to you. As you get to... Why is this? Oh my gosh, it's not letting me. I'm trying to. Sorry, there we go. As you go to move, you can see 2 tunnels. You can see one heading toward the south and one going directly west. Which way do you want to go?
Is there any indication of which way our guides went?
No, you lost them as soon as they dove under the water and you were trying to keep your footing. So you're not sure.
They're not standing here, so I'm going to keep going this way.
Okay, just so you know, what you're seeing down there is all water. It's flooded now. What that view is if it was low tide, there would be a sandbar down there, but it is completely flooded down in the south. Though.
Okay.
So your choice, again, do you want to go south or do you want to go west? Okay.
I'll go west.
All right.
Thank you.
As you move half your speed, you can see the tunnel continues to twist and turn ahead, and the waves once again slam in, catching you from behind and knocking you forward. Give me a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, please, as you are knocked 5 feet forward, slamming face first into the rock and then losing your feet as you roll over, as you get up underneath the water. Up underneath the water as the waves slam you and rake you across the coals, so to speak, as you suffer 3 hit points of damage from the sea anemones, leaving you at 17 as you manage to regain your footing. Edelbrock, give me a DC 13 athletics or dex. As Edelbrock moves, which way? Are you going to follow Gage to the west, or are you going to go south, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll keep following Gage.
Okay. As you move your 15 feet here, give me a dexterity DC 13 saving throw, please. As the sliminess of the waterlogged caverns really is just almost impossible with these waves crashing you guys, like slamming waves crashing over a beach, as it knocks Edelbrock from his feet, slamming him up into Gage and they both go careening into the wall as Edelbrock suffers 1 hit point of piercing damage from the sea anemones that he gets raked across. Marmot.
At this point, can we just call this pride damage?
Yes, it's what it could be. Marmot.
D4 pride.
Yep.
D4 pride damage.
Yep.
I will proceed to follow them by doggy paddling like a mofo.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a DC 13 athletics or acrobatics, your choice. As Marmot, quickly moving along the walls, manages to get up without further damage. Forge.
Oh, yay me. Uh,
14. Nice. As Forge manages to work his way. Gage.
Sorry, I am not paying attention.
All right.
Oh my God.
Give me a DC. First of all, before we go, you can see there's to the south. You can see that up ahead, the caverns open into a wide cavern with edges like a beach of some sort along the edges. But before that, I need a DC 13 dexterity saving throw at disadvantage due to the fact that you got a critical failure on your... Nice. As you manage to move along 15 feet, but just when you think you're like, oh, I can get there, and you're sort of paddling, a wave swings back and slams you face first into the rocks as you are once again tumbled under the water. And you suffer 3 hit points of bludgeoning and piercing damage combined from the sea anemones and the shale limestone rock that you're being dragged across in this underground cavern complex.
You said 3?
3.
That's 4.
No, because you took 3 the first time and took 3 this time. That's a total of 6. You started at 20. Now you're at 14.
4.
No, but a 4 equals 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so 3 is the max. So if I roll a 4, I just...
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Instead of just rolling a D6.
Yeah.
D3 you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I just, whatever. I could make it a 0 if I wanted to be nice, but I'm not nice. So, Edelbrock.
That's just even worse.
Edelbrock, you're up. I'm sorry. Say that again, sir.
Can't you R1D3 for...
I could, but I just clicked on the D4 to roll. Yeah.
All right.
Don't judge me. Nice, says Edelbrock. Oh, he missed by 1. Look at there. Just so you know, Edelbrock, you do have an advantage if you want to retry, but it's up to you if you just want to go ahead and... Okay?
I'm good.
All right, cool. Sorry, I got to get back to my... Here. All right. So as you move 5, 10, 15 feet, go ahead and give me a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. As you manage to avoid any damage as you are buffeted along, bouncing off rock, but your armor manages to protect most of you. Marmot.
Looks like sand over this way.
Yep. It's flooded along the western wall, but toward the south you can see Marmot. As you go to move, you're trying to catch up to your friends, so you're like, oh, I'm going to get out to the middle here to try to get me some better deep water, whatever. Wrong choice, as you are picked up and tumbled, slamming into the cavern rocks on the other side. Go ahead and give me a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, please, to avoid damage. As you fail, oh, you make it, dude. As I forgot you had like plus 15 or some shit like that. as Mormont tumbles under the water, spattering and sputtering as you come up, you manage to cling to the wall like a tick, grabbing a hold of it with your hands, grabbing the little footholds and handholds in the washed out hollows. Fortunately, as you grab a hold, you look down and you just miss from slamming your hand into one of those spiky minimies, but you manage to avoid any damage. Forge flint fire.
Yay.
You can do it.
You can do it.
No, you cannot.
Weren't we all sailors at some point?
Yeah,
no,
but-
no, that was a different.
No,
game.
that's Forge.
Never mind.
Forge is a sailor.
I am sailor.
Yep.
Honestly, that's on par. A lot of sailors couldn't swim.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, please, to avoid any damage. Nice. As Forge, although he tumbles like a log under the water, he manages to bound up and grab a hold of something to hold his head above water, because the water here is about 8 feet deep. So it is difficult to say the least. You're in chain, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm going to have to ask you from this point on, your checks are a disadvantage due to the water being so deep over your head. Nobody else has chain, right? Everybody else has like leather or whatever. Just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Gage may be the only one, but I don't know what he's wearing.
I'm looking. I
No,
have 17 AC. Yeah, maybe. Hold on.
no, he's pretty sure that he's got.
Studded. He is studded. He just
Yeah.
has incredibly high dexterity.
Yep, exactly. All right, cool. All right, as we come back to the top, Gage, go ahead and give me.
All right, Gage, you got this. Do it. This is your best stat. Let's go.
All right.
Passing on the die.
As you get in here, you manage to make it that much further.
Now we're cooking with Crisco.
All right. Let's see. Edelbrock.
I just so you know, I'm heading straight for the sand.
All right. As a 10. You actually.
Like, I did see
you make
our
a-
lovely sea elf earlier, but at the same time I saw it, I was also getting slammed against the wall, so there was no way Gage got it.
All right. As you get down, and you get down there faster, you're able to make more move because there's less slamming or whatever. But it just so happens a wave catches you, slamming you into the walls, and your hand gets pierced by one of those minimies, and you yank it out of your hand, and now you've got these bloody little pock marks in your hand where the stingers stuck into you. Mormont.
Right. Stroke. I feel like I'm having a fucking
Look
stroke.
at there. As Mormont catches a wave and rides it all the way through, as it sort of drings back and he lets go, and he just sort of rides the wave like body surfing on top of a boogie board or something, as he kind of slides up just as Edelbrock's popping his head back up from being slammed against rock, sputtering and whatever. Mormont sort of doggy paddles up right in Edelbrock's face. Forge.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da, 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 da. I don't know who talked what or said what, but that was really weak. And
I didn't say anything. I didn't hear anybody.
It might have been some background.
I heard something about somebody leaving the dwarf behind or something like that.
I said, like how every single one of us left the dwarf behind.
Forge, you're up.
Edelbrock, you're breaking up still.
Yeah, it's really. You didn't have to roll it. Oh yeah, I forgot disadvantage. Yeah, duh.
Oh shit!
Uh,
Oh, that's just fucking wrong. 1 and 20.
yeah. Well,
Those are the worst. Those
all
are
right,
the
I'm gonna give.
absolute worst.
All right, go ahead and give me a DC 13 dexterity save at disadvantage. Oh, double 11s. So he just makes it as you take no damage. Gage.
All right, Gage, you got this. One more time. Oh,
Or not.
who else saw that? Who else saw that 20?
As
Who else
Gage.
saw it?
Gage, I need one last DC 13 dexterity saving throw, please, to avoid. I love it. I love it.
Oh man.
I love it. As one last time, as you suffered 3 hit points of damage, as you come rolling onto the beach area. Oops, how'd that happen? Let's try that again.
In the famous words of Play on Tabletop, dice tell stories. And this time, this group cannot swim.
Yep, Edelbrock, I need a DC 13, please. As just as you get to the end, it slams you into the wall one last time for another. Oops, I need to roll. Let's take off. Let's see what he got. 3 hit points of damage, leaving you at 7 as you tumble onto the little beach here. You can see really quick from where you're at. Both of you can see that there is a built-in man-made tunnel leading out of this little sea cave. And Gage, you can see that it goes for about 10 feet or so and ends in an old wooden door. Edelbrock. I'm sorry, Mormont.
Am I in standing water or is it so deep?
No, it's still deep. It's probably about 8 or 9 feet deep here. Just a bit outside as you fail, as the waves catch you and bring you into the wall. Give me a dexterity 13 saving throw to avoid any damage, please. As you avoid any damage, but you're still a little bit, you have one more check in you before you can make it to the beach. Forge, you're up. Look at there.
Jeez.
Nice.
Miracles happen.
Nice. All right. Give me another. And I'm just going to go ahead and do these last two. Edelbrock, do you and Gage want to do anything waiting for your companions?
Oh, that
Hit,
hurt.
restore a hit die. Myself.
Well, you're not, Mormont. You're going to do that before you get down there?
I'm down there already.
Mormont's not. Oh, I'm sorry. Edelbrock is. Duh, my fault. Edelbrock, go ahead. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Will use a second wind on himself.
Okay. Go ahead and do that. Nice. Got 6 back.
So this is a D8 plus my proficiency, which is +2.
Okay. Nice. So you're back up to 15. Gotcha.
I'll take that charge off.
Okay. And back to Edelbrock. You have another.
It should be up to 17.
Hey,
Oh,
look at
sorry,
that fishy
sorry,
fin
sorry.
showing up behind me.
Which might save me.
All right, Edelbrock, you're up.
Well, I'm just.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just-
I'm looking at your token thinking Mormont. Mormont, you're up.
Oh,
Oh, the fish
too
man's
many
up.
goblins.
Yeah, goblins are goblins. Nice. As Mormont manages to reach dry land finally. Forge, you're up. Roll with advantage now.
Oh, with advantage.
Well, you made it on both anyway. So 5, 10, 15, 20. As Forge reaches and one of the sea spawn comes, he's swimming behind, he pokes his head up, and he turns and he looks back. Exit that way. And he points back from the way you guys came. However, the four of you now find yourselves standing on relatively dry land. It is a sandy beach area with the waves crashing up into this sandbar and then rolling back out. But it's more like standing on a beach than getting buffeted everywhere. You can see that this dirty old tunnel ends in an old door. And you can tell that the door is wet and it's in solid shape in the sense that it doesn't look like it's been kicked or beaten or anything, but you can see it's got a bunch of marks on the front of it as if something did try to scratch into it. But the door itself appears to be at least in decent enough shape to block whatever's on the other side or whatever's on this side from getting to the other side. And it is wet, and you can tell that it's slightly swollen on its hinges or on its frame.
It's, dare I say, moist.
Yes, pretty much everything in here is moist. Good word.
Okay. It's
Time to
the
get
other
the-
way.
Battle hammer ready.
The exit's the other way.
I'm gonna try to go through the door. Fuck the water.
Well, we know where it is now.
All right. As you go check the door, who's checking the door?
Maybe we could tether a rope between us to help us pull along when we get back in the water. I don't know.
Guidance investigation check here.
Right?
That's my spell. There it is.
Investigation.
Correct. Want to and
Okay.
see if I can figure out this door, if I may.
As you investigate the door, you are certain it is just a door.
I should have rolled disadvantage. Would have done better.
Should
All right.
look.
Try to open it.
Okay. Wouldn't open it. You push the door and it's hard, but not overtly hard as you lean into it. The door grinds open with a wet scrape, releasing a wave of foul air so thick it seems almost tangible. The stench of rot fills this chamber, spoiled meat, stagnant water, and the sickly sweetness of disease left too long in the dark. This room
Hello,
was
Penkus.
this room was once some kind of a guard post. Rusted weapon racks cling to the walls, and a mold-eaten table lies overturned near the far corner beside the burned remains of a torch. Scratch marks gouge the inside of the door as though someone clawed at it in panic before the end came. A corpse slumps in the center of the room. The body is grotesquely swollen, its flesh stretched tight and darkened almost black beneath waterlogged studded leather armor. Thin streams of foul-smelling fluid seep from split skin and pool beneath the corpse in sluggish rivulets. One arm hangs limply at its side, while the other clutches a crumpled scroll so tightly the parchment has fused into its bloated fingers. On the corpse's exposed shoulder, barely visible beneath the diseased flesh, is a faded tattoo of a dragon wrapped around a lotus flower. The chamber is otherwise silent, save for the faint crackle of settling torch ash and the distant sound of seawater echoing through the caves beyond. Then the corpse exhales, not a breath of life, merely the slow escape of trapped gases from deep within the ruined body, accompanied by a low, wet moan as the cadaver shifts ever so slightly against the stone floor.
Smells like Marmot's feet.
From
You said that this thing bore the mark of the Lotus Dragon?
what you can see, yes.
I'm gonna search it.
Okay.
Gage will look over to this one, says, "Thank you for telling us where the exit is, but we might have just stumbled upon what we were looking for when we got trapped down here to begin with."
Go ahead and give me that investigation check, please.
Ooh,
Oh,
those
there we
damn-
go.
As you go to investigate it, the skin splits with a soft tearing sound. As a foul-smelling fluid seeps across the stone, soaking the bottom of your boots. You can tell that well, first of all, you can see there are overturned furniture in the room. Obviously, excuse me, whoever this corpse was trying to form some kind of a barricade. The burned torch, you can tell, has been burned out for quite some time. This room, however, doesn't appear to have much moisture from water flooding into it, although it is damp just because it is underground. You see that there are several fish bones scattered around a rusted bucket nearby. And as I said, the scratch marks on the door indicate somebody trying to scratch their way out in, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like desperation, if you will. Like they were trying to get out, but somehow couldn't, or couldn't figure out how to work the door or whatever. But only thing that you can really find that's maybe worth anything is when you go to pull the parchment out of his hands, his fingers split open wide and just sort of fall away. Think of it as like rotted, molded meat that's been wrapped, like sausages that have been wrapped in a thin skin of a covering that they stuff the sausage into, and that skin splits and this rotted meat just sort of falls away, leaving literally bone and flesh clinging together as you now hold this crumpled piece of wet parchment with this gooey flesh gunk on it. You can see that it's some kind of a letter written by somebody with a shaky hand, maybe in a lot of pain or maybe sick and dying, and they're like writing their last will and testament, whatever. But you definitely get the feeling that whoever this person was, he was trying to write something knowing that he was going to die.
Try to read it.
Okay. If I can get my thing to work. Crud. I thought that hang on, give me just a second. There it is. These bones once be Penkus, so if you read this, I be dead, laid low by the sick, put on me by that foul dead thing. Yet even as my flesh racks, no, 'twas not the dread, or was not the dead what brought me to doom, but one I till recently called friend. Vanthus Vanderboren, your name fills me with the bile. Spineless, treacherous cur, you left us all here to die. You left me here to die, after all what I done to get you into the Lotus. Your designs on the Lady of the Lotus be clear now, and with meself out the way, ye doubtless move even now into power, slithering amid my vacancy like a hermit crab in a shell or a cadaver worm to still warm flesh. Curse upon ye! To the one what reads this, if ye have any honor or vengeance in your soul, know that Vanthus must die. He dwells in the lap of the lotus below the taxidermist's hall. Seek him there, but 'fore he dies, he must ken it were Penkus what undid him and guides your killing blow. And if by some cruel spite of fate it be ye what reads this vanthus, know with certainty I wait for ye in hells, where I intend to rival the pit itself in your torment.
Gage should tell this little bugger here that it looks like they found what they were looking for, and they'll find their way out later, and appreciates the help finding this place.
Just so you guys know, I'm showing the note just so you can see, and I'm going to change the.
No, okay.
I'm going to
Alrighty.
investigate the walls in this room.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I want to find hopefully a door. I don't
Okay.
want to go swimming.
Okay, go ahead and give me another investigation
If-
check.
You would like me to help? I will.
How do you, hang on before we do that. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. It's too late. You already rolled. I was going to say, as remember the rule, if you want to help somebody, you have to be proficient in whatever skill it is that you're helping in. So investigation, in order to help, you have to be proficient in investigation. You can't just give help action.
I'm not even
Yep.
proficient in it. Does that matter?
No, I'm just, you can try any skill you want, but for the help action, in order to effectively help somebody, you have to be proficient. All right, so Edelbrock did a check. Forge did the. Why do you have two investigations on there?
Oh, one was with at the door, and then one was.
Oh,
at the
that's
bottom.
right. Okay, that's right. Okay. All right.
And by
So
the way, hello, Penkus. I was told to greet you.
all right. So Gage, you and Mormont, anything in the room? Forge, anything in the
nah.
room?
No, I think it's Edelbrock that was looking.
Let's say the exit was this way.
Yep. Let's go.
Is there anything up above the
That's
ceiling?
Go ahead and give me investigation checks all around. So looking up, Forge, you can see that the ceiling is basically dirt, earth. This room was built. It looks like, again, some kind of office, but based on what is here, even though it's all completely fallen apart and whatnot, this looks to be some sort of a meeting chamber, maybe, or because the way the table is and how many chairs there used to be or whatever, all dilapidated, rotted, falling apart. But as you are searching around the room, Mormont, your instincts play right into those of your ken, and you discover that there is a door built into the west wall on the southern corner. And at first you didn't see it. It is so carefully and finely made, but there it is. There is a door in this corner down here.
Maybe catch a little whiff of different air coming through it, or
You don't sense anything. It is sealed. But you figure you find the triggering mechanism at the very bottom of the floor. What looks like a little outcropping of part of the wall is actually a little lever that allows you to unhitch it and then activate it and open the door however it opens. But you find the latch mechanism along the base.
while Forge is looking up at the ceiling, I pull the latch.
All right. You open the latch and it reveals entry into another room.
Oh my god, it's a lot of zombies.
Oops. All right, where to go?
Push Mormont forward.
I will stealthily be pushed forward. So I think.
All right, let me find here. The air in this chamber is stale, yet it is unlike the other chambers in the complex. The place seems quite dry, dare I say even dusty. Cobwebs hang in thick sheets from the ceiling against the northern wall sit 3 large chests.
I would like to investigate the area walking up to the chests
Okay.
for traps.
The silence in here is oppressive. No dripping water, no distant surf, only the soft creak of settling wood and the whisper of deserved dust. A faded smuggler's sigil, a serpent coiled around a crossed harpoon and dagger, is barely visible on the lid of the center chest beneath decades of grime. Nearby rest the shattered remains of a lantern, its oil long evaporated. Whoever hid this treasure never returned for it, it seems, yet the room carries an uncomfortable sensation all the same, the lingering feeling that someone once waited here in darkness, listening for footsteps that never came. As I said, the heavy cobwebs kind of drape from the ceiling in great sheets. And as you walk through, just the air of your body moving causes them to sort of shift, kind of like curtains or sheets hanging on a line outside. As I said, the 3 iron-bound chests are blackened with age and crusted green with corrosion. Their locks are thick with rust and corrosion, but apparently remain intact.
No exit.
There is no apparent exit. No.
All right. Can I look for exit?
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and give a search.
Gage would also like to.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
still good.
Check for traps on these chests.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check for your traps. So as you search around, first of all, Marmot, you find no traps on any of the locks. However, you do realize that they are old, corroded, and crusty, and it's going to be difficult to pick them, though you're probably up for the challenge. Searching the rest of the room, Edelbrock, you find no other signs of exit.
Fuck, we're gonna have to go swimming.
Guess we'll start with chest number 1, Monty.
Okay, go ahead and give me a DC 18 dexterity check. If you have thieves' tools, you get advantage on the
Yes.
check.
It actually lets me roll my thieves' tools.
Okay.
So I think that
That-
applies the bonus.
Yep.
for it.
Nice crit. As you make quick work of the first lock, and as soon as it releases, the corroded metal of it literally just half falls away. But the lock itself falls away, leaving the chest available for opening.
I will move to the second chest and let somebody investigate the first chest.
Okay.
So I'll just move over.
Once again.
Wasting no time. Multitasking. We're all looting the same boxes.
All right. Go ahead and give me your DC 18 check.
For the thieves' tools?
Yes, it's a DC 18.
Hey, I
Hang
have these tools. Can I give you?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
I'm gonna
Back
burn
to
through them all.
back to back. Look at this. As you easily make
Sorry.
quick work, and the lock, much like its predecessor, falls away as you like. It's like, I don't know. They don't make them like as good as they back in the day. They didn't make them as good as they do today because these locks are pathetic. obviously somebody wanted you to find it was here. They wanted you to open these. And because of your nat 20s back to back, it's an automatic success on the third one. As you open it and it falls away, all 3 of them are now open for investigation.
I will investigate them.
Which chest do you want to open first?
Let's go with the right one here.
That's number 1. Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
All right. You lift the lid of the chest. You hear a slight as air escapes from inside. And your eyes light up as you see this chest is filled with coin to the tune of 5,000 copper and 1,000 silver coins. And because of your good investigation there, you realize that these coins were minted at least 100 years ago.
Boys?
So
He
I
looks
added
over his
that-
shoulder. We have a payday.
So I added that to the group inventory window. Everybody can see that, right?
You should,
I
yes.
have-
Yes, if you
yeah.
sorry, if you put the party are you talking in the
That group icon.
so everybody should be able, I don't know. Again, I don't ever really use that. I just use it when we have a map that I just want to have the party on. So I have never really played too much with the 5e.
We can. Right now I'm already typing it into the Discord loot channel.
Yeah, I wouldn't
right
even
now.
I wouldn't do that. I would, well, you can, but I am looking.
Yeah, if y'all can see it in the group window. I'll
Yeah,
just
you
keep it
should.
there.
Yeah, it's there. So if you guys, just really quick, if you guys go on the right hand side, go to the PC area where your PCs are. There's one for the party, if what's called group. If you double click that and open it, you should be able to see there is now 18 gold coins, 1,000 silver, and 5,000 copper added to the group icon. You should be able to see it. Yep.
And John is able to like automatically distribute that later.
Yep, and that's we'll see how we can do that. So I'm gonna open it so the folks that are watching should be able to see as well. Oh, it doesn't show it. It doesn't show it. Oh, inventory. There it is. Yep. So it shows it. Okay, cool. All right. So that is the first chest. As you move over to the second chest, that was easily opened by our master locksmith.
Ah,
As you lift, poof, oh, the stench coming from this one is not great, but it's not bad. It's mostly stale air. And as you lift the lid, the hinges, corroded as they are, give way, and the lid collapses, breaking away, revealing inside several large pouches and a pair of smaller pouches laying on top.
all right. I'm going to, using my rapier, try to catch a loop on these pouches and pull them out.
Okay. A little heavy. The 2 smaller ones come out, but the ones that are larger are a little heavy for the rapier.
All right, I'll take out my knife and do that instead.
All right. As you pull the bags out, you count 10 bags of coin and 2 small bags that have gems inside.
Pardon me. One of you guys want to check those over real quick? I'll go look in the third one.
What was in the second one?
In the second one, it takes you a little while to get through it, but you find 10 bags of gold.
How much is in the bags?
100 gold each. And two bags of one of them has some gems in it, and another one has some small jewelry. Looks like it's made of coral and other ocean rock. However, the two each are worth 100 gold as well. So you got a small bag of gems at 100 gold and a small bag of jewelry at 100 gold.
All right.
Can I have the necklace?
We'll work on that in just a moment. All right, and the last chest.
And the last chest you open up. Inside, you can see a small wooden case about 2 feet long and maybe 6 inches deep, along with a piece of silk cloth wrapped up. Looks like there's something wrapped up inside the silk.
Okay, I'll very carefully pull both of those out.
Okay. As you pull them out, you find that the case is a velvet and padded lined case, and you open it up, and inside you see 8 potions.
I will take a look at those later.
Okay.
And what about the silk wrapped item?
Oops, sorry, I forgot one other thing. In addition to that, there's that silk, and then there's a jade coffer. There's a small coffer. It's probably about 4 inches long, couple inches deep, but it looks like it's made of jade. But as you unwrap the silk, you see that there is a wand made of metal with a small gemstone tip.
Ooh la la. Okay. And then okay? I'm going to carefully pull out the jade coffer.
Okay.
And pass it over to Mormont, saying, "Here, go ahead and take a look at this."
How do you handle identifying potions? You have to use magic to do so, or do you have?
No, you could do sips.
taste
You
test
can
them?
do, you can do taste test them. You can do identify stuff like that. It's nothing
'Cause
too
I can-
difficult.
I can ritual cast identify, no
I can
issue.
do. I can.
Yeah, so we can between the two of us, we can definitely handle these potions.
I have an alchemist kit. I can help identify
Um,
the
so,
supplies.
so let's see. Who was that just rolled? Was that Mormont?
Yes. I was looking
Yep.
at the coffer.
Okay, yep. You can see that it is a very well crafted coffer made of jade. You could probably take it to a fence and get 300 gold just for the coffer itself.
What's
It-
in the coffer?
I don't know. He hasn't looked yet. Well, he is, but I haven't had a chance to tell him yet. And besides, you're involved with the potions and the wand.
I was typing it up, and as you said, it sounded like that was it, and there was nothing else there. I'm like, what?
No. As you open it, inside, atop a faded velvet cushion, lies a smooth light brown gemstone that's shot through with veins of gold and black crystal. There is a brittle strip of parchment tucked underneath the cushion, scribbled in some language you're not really sure what it is, Marmot.
I will convey this.
I'll take a look and see if I can figure out what that what language that letter is.
Give me an intelligence check, DC 18.
Would history apply here?
Are you doing channel? Sorry, are you doing channel ability on yourself, or are you doing it on somebody else, Forge?
I did it on Mormont,
Okay, I just want to make sure.
who's bad on health.
Gotcha.
Okay, I was just wondering what happened. I just
While
got
Elvis-
handed a stone with a piece of parchment, and it's like I'm getting a.
Yeah,
Uh,
while this is going on, I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
would history apply to this check for the language?
No, I'm going to say it's intelligence to
Okay.
know. Nice. So as Gage looks at it, he remembers from his time in studies as a child, he saw this language. It's Old Suluise. Suluise people in the Greyhawk world are one of the ancient civilizations that was involved in the twin cataclysms when the two nations, the Suluise and the Baklunish, sort of. Oh, there we go.
No need to stop
Yep.
on my part.
Yep. No, it wasn't because the spell was like so loud in my ears. It's like it was distracting.
How do you
So
spell that language, by the way?
Suluise. The Suluise and the Baklunish, just as a historical context, were involved in something known as the Twin Cataclysms. When the wizards of 1,000 years ago went at each other, one of them created literally such a devastation that it killed all plant life and killed off all the people. And then they retaliated with what was known as the Rain of Colorless Fire, and it literally burned everything into ash. And what's left now is called the Sea of Dust. Anyway, the Suluise are, just so for another context, the Scarlet Brotherhood is comes from the Suluise. They're like the Nazis of the Suluise. They're the purebloods. They're like nothing but Suluise blood is any good, yada yada. But anyway, this ancient Suluise, as you read it, you sort of kind of like what? Where is it? I had to open this back up. It says break only in greatest need.
Breaking greatest need. Okay.
It's kind of like
So,
it's kind of like a fire alarm, break
Yeah.
glass in case of emergency.
Okay, so what all was magical?
Everything. The gem inside the coffer is magical. All of the potions are magical, and the wand is magical. Everything
So all
else,
the jewelry's not, and none of the
none.
gems are?
Yeah, none of the jewelry, the gems, or the coin or anything is magical.
All right. Well, we got enough time to stay here to identify this stuff.
I
or do you
am.
wanna take it out
Yeah,
and
you
do
know
it?
what? I'm going to say let's give our. If you guys want to take an hour, you can identify everything within the next
Yeah.
hour, and that's fine.
especially with the two of us doing that.
Yeah, and it's just I don't want to have everything like. I don't want to just drag it out, right? So
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
just
that's
easier.
fine.
All right,
Well,
so
when one of my players, I actually told them that if you're in an absolutely safe place, and I'm like, I don't mean on the road, but like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
in your like bed,
Yeah.
in your like in room,
Mm.
you can identify everything with a
Yep.
single ritual cast identify.
All right, so the potions are the following. There are 3 potions of healing. There is 1 potion of greater healing. 1 potion of invisibility. 1 potion of vitality. 1 potion of bark skin. And 1 potion of water breathing.
Okay. I would like to take 1 potion of healing and the bark skin.
The dwarf wants the
What
water
was-
breathing.
I think the dwarf shall also get the greater healing.
Hang on. Well, I think Forge already has one too.
I have a potion of greater healing on me.
All right. I will add the items on there. So don't add anything to your sheets. I will add them. All right. So let's start off. Since we're going to go ahead and do this. All right. Who is getting the first potion of healing?
Well, I think me, Mormont, and Gage should get potions of healing, and then the greater healing should go to the dwarf, saying he's more of the tank.
All right, so let me go here.
Anybody disagree with
Item.
that?
You good?
Content.
I already have a potion healing on me. I'll just add one.
All right, go ahead and do that. That's who? Edelbrock?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so Edelbrock got one. Who got the second one? Marmot?
Yeah, Mormont and Gage.
Thank you.
Okay.
This is just potion of healing.
I'm adding
Yes.
it. I am adding it.
Okay.
And I just dropped one on Gage. And then the potion of greater healing, I just dropped on Forge. All right. Who is taking the potion of invisibility?
That should probably be Mormont. Either Mormont or Flint.
Forge.
Forge, sorry.
Who wants it?
One of those two, because it helps with its invisibility, it helps with sneaking, and it would either counteract his heavy armor or just make Mormont sneak that much better.
I don't think it's going to help Forge that much.
No, I'm gonna make a lot of noise either way.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't
I'll
it-
take-
Either Mormont or Gage should take it.
Why
I-
don't Gage, you take it? I'm pretty stealthy.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
take the potion of invisibility then.
All right. So I
Since
just
I sink really well, the water breathing is more my.
all right. Potion of vitality.
What does that do exactly?
A potion of vitality, it removes any exhaustion levels you have and ends the poison condition on you. For the next 24 hours, you regain maximum hit points for any hit point die that you spend.
Well, that sounds like a Mormont thing. He's more likely to get poisoned than any of us. Checking traps.
And then Forge has got good poison immunity.
Yeah.
All right, going to Mormont.
Sure, I'll carry it until somebody else needs it.
Okay, I just dropped it on your sheet. All right, potion of water breathing.
I think Forge wanted that one.
Yep.
I don't have no problem with that.
Okay, potion of water breathing has been dropped. Now, I don't think bark skin is actually available. That's a spell. Yeah, so I will have to create that potion, but I am going to do this. No, it doesn't even have it as a. Let me see if it's got it under spells, because that's an old school one.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
give me like one use spell or something?
Yeah. So I will drop that on. I just dropped the scroll of bark skin on there, and we just need to make sure that when you cast it, it doesn't have to have anything. Oh, you don't have the ability to cast that high a level spell, because it's only a second level spell, so you should be okay.
I think my spells are second level now, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so
No.
too.
No, they're first level.
Okay, regardless, you'll be able to cast it even if you're not able to cast second level spells yet. I just want to make
Right.
sure we don't forget that. All right, so
Can do it, yeah. I know
so
it gives you DC,
oh
but
yeah, so let me go back to it.
actually, I can look up the spell in the compendium.
That's what I'm doing right now. So, and I'm just going to read it so everybody knows, just so they're aware, because it's different. Because actually, Barkskin's a high level spell in first edition. You touch a willing creature until the spell ends. The skin assumes a bark-like appearance, and the target has an armor class of 17 if its AC is lower than that. So if your
That's pretty
AC is better than 17, this will not help you. But anything below that, so. But again, I'm giving it to you as a scroll, and we can change it to a scroll of that instead of a potion. That'll probably be easier.
I mean, if the scroll works, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying, if let's say you want to give it to somebody else, say, hey, he needs to up his armor class. You can still cast it on them. But anyway, bottom line.
Yeah, I think all I would have to do is just actually rename it to potion.
Yeah. Yep. And this one doesn't have it either. I'm going to have to create it. The wand is does that spell even? It's like I guess I should have looked and see, did these even exist in 5e before I converted them over.
What is it?
It's it is. It exists. It's a wand of mage armor.
Ooh.
That gives you what, just 3D armor?
Yeah, it actually
But
it
doesn't work
adds
if you're wearing armor, right?
right. It's one of those
It
things
takes
that
highest armor.
yeah, it says you touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor. Until the spell ends, the target's base armor class becomes 13 plus 6 dexterity mod. So
Oh.
you cannot be wearing armor. If you wear armor, the spell automatically stops.
Oh, okay. I expected it just override the armor if it
No.
was lower.
Nope, you can't be wearing armor. And
How long does it last?
however the spell lasts, I forget.
8 hours.
8 hours?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 8 hours because you normally, like magic users back in the day, would have it because they don't wear armor, right?
Yeah.
They didn't wear armor,
Yeah.
so they would cast mage armor on themselves to at least.
Is that wand a limited use, or is it
It
recharged?
recharges on a daily basis.
This might be real useful because that would give me +1 AC for Gauge. Mormont, what's your Mormont and Edelbrock? What armor do you wear?
I have a 14 wearing studded.
Studded. 17.
Because I'm on studded 2 and I'm on 17 right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a +2 dexterity.
Yeah, so yours would actually be higher,
Yeah.
Edelbrock, because you would have 13 plus your dex would give you a 15.
Yeah. What armor are you
All of
wearing,
us would get higher, but Edelbrock
No, you
would
wouldn't.
benefit from best.
No, yours is 17 now, right?
Mine is 17, but I'm also wearing studded.
That's
if I
what
were
I'm
to get
saying.
rid of my-
Yeah, if you got rid of your armor, you would get 13 plus your dex. What's your dex? +4?
Yeah, my dex is
Okay,
they
so
all benefit, but
yeah, it would
he
all be
benefits the most.
he benefits the most because his goes up. You guys would remain the same. I think Marmot
Well, I don't
Wait,
know.
does it
What is
cap?
Mormont? What is Mormont wearing?
Marmot's
What?
Does
Morm-
mage armor
Studded
cap?
leather.
I'm sorry, what was that you talked over?
Well, I'm in studded leather. What was the question regarding?
so we're
So
just your
leather-
dexterity. Your dexterity is +4, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No,
Yeah,
you got
so
a plus.
your AC
Actually,
is
+5.
+5. So how did
the-
you get studded leather with only?
Any of us that wear studded leather would get a +1 AC. The question is, which one of us would benefit from having that +1 the most? In which
Edel-
case, I'll be Edelbrock because he has the lowest dex.
I think the reason that somebody like Marmot has 17 and he's wearing studded leather, and the reason is, well, I
I
think
have
it's
a shield.
well, no, well, yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I think it is. Marmot doesn't have a shield, so if he wore it, Marmot's would actually have an 18 armor class if he used the wand, because instead of a base 12, it's a base 13. So
overall, each one of us is going to have +1 to our AC.
Yeah.
Mormont
Yeah.
would probably benefit
Well,
most 'cause he's in
I
hand.
don't gauge the more predominant magic user. Hold on to that. I mean, I'm good with it. I don't need it.
okay,
I mean, it would benefit you the most. You're the one going into hand-to-hand combat.
Well, we need another paladin.
uh,
Well,
right.
we lost the
Well,
paladin.
yeah. Regardless, I don't want to get stuck on this.
Yep.
We can somebody can carry it, and then we can determine. Oh, we're going to give it to somebody else instead.
Gauge carry it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
done. No take backsies.
We're going to ad break in 1 minute.
Yep, that's fine. So really quick, Gage, go ahead and just add a note that it's on your sheet because there is no wand of.
Oh, that's fine. I will take off the stud leather and use it.
Whichever. It has 4 charges. It expends 1 charge to cast mage armor. It regains 1d4 charges at dawn. If it gets to 0, you have to roll a d20, and on a 1, it falls away.
It blows up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, technically, you can cast mage armor on all 3 of us a day.
Yeah, I could.
Yep.
We could also do something like that. So yeah, But for now, I'm just gonna strip out my armor and cast it on me. So, for now, I'm just gonna go. Whoops! I'm just gonna edit my studded armor for a +1 AC.
All you have to do is change. Go to edit on your character,
Oh yeah, I can also do it that way too.
and then change your armor class to mage armor.
Oh, does it just? Ooh. There we go.
What I need to
There's the
do,
ad.
yep, what I need to do is change those sheets so nobody can adjust their sheets behind my back. So, but anyway,
Oh, we would never. We don't
Lie.
cheat like that. That's boring. That's
Liar.
boring to cheat
liar,
like that.
you're lying. All players cheat. So,
No.
as you guys finish,
You know you do.
sweet.
I DM too much to cheat. This is the
I
only time
I know. I like I say, I don't cheat. I just don't tell the whole truth all the time. As you guys investigate around and you sort through everything that you have, the one thing and the one realization comes back again and again and again. There is no exit from this treasure vaulted room.
Is this what the gym is for?
No, I don't think so. I think we need to follow the elves out.
Well, I mean, what was the gym? I identified that too.
Oh, yes, sorry. The
Break in case of
Notes.
emergency.
yeah, the
Yeah,
note said
but
break in
break
case
this
of
break it
emergency.
out.
Let me
He's
go.
right. Yeah, we would have identified the gem. He's
Yeah,
right.
let me go back. As you look through the as you look and you're examining the gem, you can see these gold and black crystalline striations through this dull brown stone. And as your identify spell allows you to feel the essence, you feel this strong, earthy scent sort of washing over you, and you realize that there is some sort of an entity trapped within this crystalline stone. And it hits you like a flash. This is an elemental gem, and there was an elemental earth creature trapped within the stone.
Right.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm gonna
I've
make
got to reiterate that to the group. Seems like this gem holds a semi-powerful earth elemental. If we're in need of some extra muscle or a big lug to block stuff,
Can-
we break it.
elemental create a tunnel out of here.
I think we can stomach the water for now.
Or
I would like to hold on to the break in case of emergency.
or and this is now I'm gonna let you guys figure it out yourself what I would do. I know what I would do if I was in your place, but I don't want to. I'll let you guys, it's your game. As you guys finish all of that and you head back out, your fish companions await for you outside.
Thank you for waiting for us.
You know, talk to the guppies about leaving. How to get out.
Just one come, one come. We show one. We show one, then you come back and get rest.
He looks at the group. Morma or myself would probably be the best ones to attempt this swim.
Well, if he shows one, you're gonna have to swim back and get us.
Do you? You have to swim back to get you?
Yeah, how else are we gonna know where he takes you?
Yeah, we could just leave. We could just leave you here. But anyway, it's or we can just all follow in a chain.
Yeah, we could I was thinking if I
If we-
went,
If we
I would
tie
try-
it together, would the tide not like kill us all?
Wait, say that again.
If we tied us all together with a rope, would the tide have less effect on us?
well, what I was gonna say was if I was sent ahead, I could take the rope and try to use my pitons and maybe like make a rope path. You could pull yourself along the wall,
Sounds great to me if it works.
but I only got 50 feet of rope.
Did we lose Forge? Is he in there taking a nap?
Maybe. Forge, you alive?
Still with us, AK? I don't know.
I do not have rope on me. I don't think. I'm looking. That's my coin pouch. That's my components pouch.
No, I don't have one.
That's right. These guys weren't actually adventurers, were they?
Forge, you have any rope on you?
I do.
Oh, thank God. Somebody came prepared.
Someone isn't stupid.
I am a dwarf.
Hey, I brought the firepower, didn't bring the supplies.
Sergeant Johnson brought both the supplies and the firepower. What do you have to say for yourself?
All right. As you guys come back outside, the water is still sloshing, but it's all the way up to the door as the high tide appears to have sort of settled in.
Perhaps we should wait till low tide.
But it's not quite as fervent of sloshing and slamming as it was, as now that the place is sort of flooded with water.
Oh,
It's
actually,
not
why don't we
quite.
ask them?
It's not quite as.
So if it's high tide, that means it's either morning or evening, afternoon, right?
You know what? Gage is gonna turn to the to our watery companion. Would the low tide drop the water low enough that it would be easier for us to make our way out, or would it still be a full underwater swim the entire way?
No, tunnel way down, well below water. Always full. You come now so I can leave.
Okay, Mormont, I think this is a you.
Hey, run past and swan dive into the water.
All right.
With the extra 50 foot of rope, so he has 100 foot and pitons and a hammer.
All right. As being aided with your fish friend now, since he is here with you. He takes Mormont.
Wouldn't you all find it quite amusing if Mormont just left?
As he brings you to this spot and he points down, and you take a quick look, Mormont, and you can see there is a small 5 foot wide hole, if you will, at the base of this south wall right here, and it's leading out of wherever you guys are. So you can see it's leading into the earth, and you watch as the other one, the second one, joins his companion, and they both begin swimming under the water. What do you want to do?
I'll follow them.
All right. I am going to need, if you would be so kind, an athletics check, please. DC 25. Just kidding.
Ooh.
Give me
See that game.
Give me an athletics check, please. I am going to say that's probably a failure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's like a nosedive into a show frog.
Yep. All right. As you take your first attempt to swim, you get down and you begin to get into the hole, and your rope that you're dragging around with you catches and it snags you, and you stumble and fumble around, and before you know it, you begin running out of air, and you have to swim back up to the surface, huffing and puffing. And you've managed to pull the rope back up and it's no longer snagged. What do you want to do?
Second time's the charm.
Second time the charm it is. All right. As you dive in, this time you manage to make it, and you see about partway down the tunnel, your two fishy companions are wondering where you're at, and they finally see you, and you see them turn and dart out of view because the tunnel begins twisting. Give me one more athletics check, please.
Yeah.
As you swim and you kick off, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not being left behind this time," grabbing a hold of the rock formations and pulling your way, grab it. Next thing you know, you can see open wide, no more cavern. Woof! You dart out and you can see what appears to be moonlight glinting on the up above, and you immediately dart, bursting through the water of the harbor. Taking a deep breath and looking around, you find yourself on the south side of the island, and looking up, you can see the cliffs where you guys went up and entered in, but the cliffs are straight up about 50 or 60 feet or so. But you're out. You are free and clear in the harbor. And you can see the south side of Parrot Island here, as the cliffs here before you, the island itself kind of slopes down off to your right as you're looking at it. And that's where you guys entered, because the island itself is mostly cliff face, except along the eastern edge where it slopes down, and that's where your boat was tied up on the beach on the eastern end of the island. But as I said, you can see the cliffs rising straight up, or to the east, you can swim your way and work your way down the island to get onto the beach. Your choice what you would like to do, climb up or go to the beach. Or you can turn and try to swim across the harbor to get to the other side of the harbor.
I'll wedge a baton into the cliff facing and secure the end of the rope.
Okay.
And then using the rope's assistance, I will pull myself back through the tunnel to the party.
Okay. As you get back, you find yourself alone as your two fish companions have, I should say, they saw you on the other side. They waved and poof, disappeared into the harbor, swimming off back to the ocean whence they came.
I'll stick my face under the water and yell.
I love it. All right, give me another athletics check on your way back.
He said he left the rope, right? Try tugging it. Oh, actually, we can't say nothing. Never mind.
Oh, hey, you can't, yeah. All right. As going back with the rope is much easier than not. As you pull yourself back in, it takes you a few minutes to navigate. Well, not a few minutes, but a couple of minutes. By the way, what's your constitution?
14, I believe.
So you get a +1 or a +2?
+2.
All right, so you can hold your breath for 2 minutes, and then after that you start having to make con checks. So I am going to go with the basis that it takes you just over 2 minutes to get to and from, come from outside back in, and you find yourselves bobbing in the water as you can make your way back to your companions now.
I will make my way back. Is that acrobatics to swim again?
I'm not even going to worry about it.
Okay.
As it probably about an hour later, you guys see Marmot doggy paddling his way, huffing and puffing. By the time you get there, I do need a Constitution saving throw DC 12, please, Marmot, to avoid 1 level of exhaustion. As Marmot suffers 1 level of exhaustion. Where is it?
Noted. I threw it on my sheet.
Okay.
Guys, it's a trap. There's like a whole village of them, and they're just waiting to eat us.
Uh-huh. How are you back here on one piece? Because they would have caught up with you if you swimming.
I'm quick. That's why I look so exhausted.
Right. He has a smirk on his face.
Rope's tied off.
Alrighty,
Brings
we
us
can
up
just
to
follow
the
and
bottom
go.
of the cliffs.
All right. Are we going to attempt this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way over to where the tunnel is, as Marmot leads you guys there, he points down, and you can see that about 10 feet down, there is this gaping hole of about 5 feet wide. Each person can go through one at a time. And you can see the rope is anchored on this side, goes down into the tunnel, disappearing into the darkness.
You guys can go first. I'm gonna catch my breath as I cling to the rocks like a little wet monkey.
Alrighty. I will go first.
Okay.
All right. What check do we need to do? again?
It's an athletics check. It's the equivalent of swimming.
Yeah,
And
survived all this to die of exhaustion.
So first of all, I need to know who's going first.
And it has to be athletics this time, not acrobatics.
It's
like last time.
athletics is swimming.
Because
Yeah.
we're pulling ourselves along.
Yeah, athletics is the swim check, so it's always athletics for this. The athletics acrobatics was to avoid tripping and falling prone and getting knocked into certain things. So who's going first?
Gage will go first.
Gage goes first. What's Gage's constitution?
Gage's constitution is 16.
16. He gets a +3.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check, please. I should say he gets 3 minutes. That's how long he can hold his breath before he starts.
Okay.
That's what I meant. So.
Do I get any bonuses for using the rope?
No.
Am I okay?
No, with the rope, it means that you only need 1 check instead of 2. Gage, you get about halfway across and you begin to get tangled. Suddenly, in a panic, you're like, what do I do? And it's dark, so you can't see shit. As you look around, you feel the rope, and now I need another swim check at disadvantage, or you're going to start drowning.
I did have a light spell going.
Well, the light spell only lasts for so long, and it burned out a long time ago, and it was never...
Yep.
Oh, no, you were using your lantern, actually.
Oh, you're right, I was. That's not lit right now.
All right.
Why do we
Gage.
send a guy down there?
Gage, you're about 2/3 of the way across, and you begin to realize that your lungs are starting to burn. So now I am going to need Constitution saving throws. And I'm going to say you're going to need 2 of them to get out of here. So give me a Constitution saving throw. Constitution saving throw is good. As you're beginning to make it, you get right toward the end and you can see the opening coming out before you. Go ahead and give me one more con check.
Why didn't I just give you con checks from the beginning?
There you go. As your lungs burn, you grab a hold of the rope and you yank yourself up and splashing up out of the water, taking a breath in. You suck in water at the same time and you start coughing and sputtering as the salt stings your nostrils and your eyes, coughing away. But you're alive and you made it.
Thank you, Engomarin. I saw that a little too late, but he is alive for now.
What?
Gage got a 20.
Yeah, I got a 20.
Ah.
He probably said it right before I started rolling.
Yep. All right. So let me do this real quick. I'll give Gage a nat 20. Thanks, Gomer. Long time no see, brother. Appreciate you coming by. Mr. VIP. Oh, snap. Marmot gets an advantage. Look at there. Thank you, kind sir.
It might get me through the tunnel.
That might get you through the tunnel. Exactly. All right. Thanks, man.
All right.
Appreciate that. All right.
Somebody's needs to brave it.
Who? Edelbrock? Edelbrock, go ahead and give me an athletics check, please. I do want to say, before we go on, Edelbrock does have an advantage if he wants to use it.
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay. As you get not even halfway, when you don't know how, but somehow your gear gets tied up with some of the seaweed and the kelp and stuff that's sort of in this place, and you start getting tangled and twisted, and the next thing you realize, oh shit, I should be swimming instead of tangling up in here. I need another athletics check, please, at disadvantage as you try to extricate yourself from this. As you are unable to do so, as you find yourself beginning to drown, I need a constitution. What's your con? 16? All right. You now have 1 failed death save. I need another con check as you... Actually, sorry. That is a 10. The 10 passes as you have 1 failed and 1 success. Go ahead and give me another death save, please, as you are drowning, trying to pull yourself along with this rope. As you have a second failure, you now have 2 fails and 1 success. I need another death saving throw, please.
I'll use my advantage.
Oh, let's go ahead and use your advantage. Oh, I was like that, Michelle. As you make it out of the tunnel, as your lungs are on fire, your eyes, you feel darkness closing in around you. I need a final check, please, to see if you can float to the top.
If Gage sees him,
Oh my lord.
bubbles, he will jump in an attempt to help.
Give me a acrobatics check, DC, let's say 14.
Me or
Is it
Gage?
from Gage or Edelbrock?
Oh, from Gage. Sorry, I apologize. My fault. Nice. As you see movement in the water below, and the movement stops, and you look and you can see a body just sort of dangling in there with kelp and seaweed all over him. It's Edelbrock. As you manage to grab him and pull him up. As he gets up to the top, you see that he's not breathing. Let's go. Who's going next?
Dwarf, I've got your back.
I guess the dwarf is gonna go. But
Uh,
before I go underwater, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
All right. Really quick, let me.
You want me to wait to use the medicine check because I'm gonna try to, stabilize him?
Well, he's already dead, but
Oh, he's dead.
yeah, he drowned. He
Oh.
rolled a nat 1 on his last one.
Uh,
So yeah, where is the exhaustion on here?
It's to the left of your AC.
yeah. It's on either side of the AC. You got
Oh,
exhaustion
yeah,
level
yeah,
1
yeah.
on the left.
Oh, I didn't realize it went up to level 6.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, 6 is dead, really, essentially. All right.
Yeah.
So Edelbrock currently has 2 levels of exhaustion, and he is clinging to life, although he's technically dead. But you cast guidance on yourself. Go ahead and cast it, Forge. And you're casting it for your athletics, I assume.
Correct. I need all the help I can get.
All righty. Don't forget, you got a potion too. All right.
Oh, I understand.
As you cast, and let me. Yeah, I think yep, it's already applied.
And we're using the rope to get through, right? Just kind of yanking right through.
Yeah. So essentially, that means you only need a 1 successful athletics check to pull yourself all the way through. If you fail, that's when we start going into the drowning stuff. Yes. As the dwarf grabs a hold and pulls himself through like a torpedo, getting to the other side. Before, what's your con?
My con is 14.
All right, so you can hold your breath for 2 minutes. Just at the end of the 2 minutes, you're just huffing and puffing. You manage to burst out of the tunnel on the far side, shooting yourself up. And as you get up there, you see Gage shaking a lifeless-looking Edelbrock floating on top of the water, and he's trying to slap him awake. But Edelbrock doesn't look to be in too good a shape.
I had to fish him out of the water, Forge.
Marmot.
Well, question is, would a healing spell actually help him?
I will
give me a medicine check, whoever wants to.
It's the medicine. Where are we?
My life is in the hands of somebody else now.
I will untie the rope on my end.
Ching.
Let me see here really quick. Okay. As you look at him, you think maybe he is just not. He's on the borderline. You don't know for sure. It's maybe a 70-30 chance that it'll fail. 30% success, 70% failure. You can see that he looks like he drowned, and pulling him up out of the water like that, he looks drowned. So healing might help. Boy, you sure wish you had a revivify right about now, though.
No, I guess I got to try a healing spell.
All right, Marmot, as you getting through, you've done this like
my advantage.
You've done this like 3 times. You're like, what the heck? As something catches and you find yourself getting tangled, go ahead and do your advantage check. It's even worse than what it was. As you get tangled up about halfway, what's Mormont's con check?
I got 2 minutes of air.
All right. So as you're pulling yourself, you're tangled, you're twisted, you're trying to get your way out. A little bit of a panic sets in. Don't get me wrong. It's not like total panic, but you're like, I've done this. I need a con check, please, to get yourself out of this tight situation. As you All right. As you begin to pull yourself, why are you getting a -2 on there? I forget.
Probably because of exhaustion.
Oh,
Yes.
level 1 exhaustion. You are correct. As you get right to the edge, you can see your friends treading water above you. Give me one more Constitution. It's
I see two.
actually, yeah, Constitution check. As whoa, as you manage to pull yourself up out into the surface, breaking free, lungs gasping for air, and you see Forge over there doing something, putting his hands on Edelbrock. Go ahead and cast your healing.
All right, I can't target him for some reason here, so
Really?
Yeah, my exhaustion levels aren't on there no more.
oh, there we go.
That's okay. No big deal.
Okay, got him targeted.
Okay. That's hilarious. How bad could it go for Edelbrock that you rolled 2 1s for healing? Roll 2d4 for me, please.
Let's see.
Not that it's going to matter. He's already max hit points. All right. That's a little better. As the energy hits Edelbrock, suddenly water sprays out of his mouth, splattering all over Forge and Gage, just barely missing a now appearing Mormont. Edelbrock, the darkness around you suddenly becomes a blindingly painful light as this something in your chest, like somebody punched you in the gut, wakens you up, and you begin flailing your body everywhere, suddenly realizing that your companions are all around you, gripping the side of the cliff face, but you're all alive outside the tunnels.
Do we try to climb, or are we gonna shimmy over to the shore? I'm sure as shit not swimming across the bay.
Oh. Okay. He's alive.
I think I should use that potion of healing, water breathing.
Oh, maybe. We have it for later now. We didn't need it.
So I just
Good.
want to say, and this is just me, if I were doing this, I would have sent the best person out, then have them go around and go back up to the top and then drop the rope down where you guys entered.
I
And
thought they dropped the rope.
they did,
Oh.
but you could have pulled it back up and then reattached it and then climbed out from there.
Could have dropped my rope too.
Could have dropped your rope
That
too.
is very much another good option. Yeah.
I was just, you know what though? This was more fun though. I thought this was a little more fun, a little more definitely. Sorry, definitely entertaining.
When I say that leaving this option was not a good one.
So,
I
as
mean, we got a bunch of resources and didn't spend a lot and didn't
You
spend
are-
many consumables, so
you are currently clinging to the south side of the island.
I'm gonna assume that our boat is no longer here.
You don't know.
Okay.
You have to work. You'll have to work your way around.
I thought you said we could see the shore where we landed it.
No, you could see where you're at right now is sort of this little gap right here in the southern, this sort of this open area, whatever.
Can we get up on the mainland?
From here, you would have to climb vertical cliffs. You can work your way along the cliffs, and then get to this side over here, where your boat was beached.
Well, I don't think I want to swim anymore.
Now you don't have to swim. You can float and kind of pull yourself along the rock instead of actually swimming. So
I'm gonna look at Edelbrock and say, I thought dwarfs went like a stone in water.
Yeah. Hobgoblins aren't natural aquatic creatures.
It looks like you almost got a new patron.
Yeah.
As
Almost
you
looks like a
guys
camping to me.
as you guys are clinging, you can see the sun slowly beginning to rise over the horizon. That means you guys have been in here well over 12 to 13 hours.
Okay. Well, let's make our way to where we're no longer on the cliffside, I guess.
Okay?
Yeah. Get
And
back to our
we
boats
stop
and then take it back
see
to
if
the
our
shore.
boat's still here.
Hopefully
You
it is.
it takes you about an hour and a half before you get back over to where your stuff was. And interestingly enough, the boat that you guys rented from the gondola place is still there.
It's because they came on another boat.
That, or they just came in, or they didn't actually know that we landed here. They just knew to watch the hole.
Yeah.
We resting here and clearing the island, or are they still here?
I
Are
don't
the
know. I
pirates
could
still
almost
here?
see my brothel from here. I think there's a bed there for me.
Yeah, we're not staying over here. We're going back.
I've had enough of this island.
Okay.
He said
I'm using
the
your
note
bathtub
said we need
rock.
to look for a taxidermist.
All right.
So
In
you
the
guys
meantime-
you guys got your boat from this guy over here, I believe. Wasn't it? Did you get it from him or did you get it from the gondola place? I forget.
I
Gondola.
think it was a rented from a gondola, wasn't it?
Okay, that's what I
Nope. You're right. It is across the bay there. It
Yeah.
was from the other dwarf fisher that I
That's
was
right.
talking to.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
shop.
okay.
It still floats. He rented let you guys use the boat from there. So,
Okay.
yep. So it's right here because you guys were, you were actually there's a gondola way station right next to his. So it's from one of those two. There's the gondola station right here, and then next to it is It Still Floats. He's a boat shop, so he kind of works with the gondola folks. So it doesn't matter. You're essentially going back
You,
here to Shadow Shore.
Can
Is
you
wh-
clarify something for me, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
Did Gage have a house, or was he staying at some, or was he
Gage
at
is
some common room?
Gage is staying with a rather affluent family in the Azure district.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he is staying here. Well, if you zoom out on the map.
Yep. Go and ping it. Up there. Okay.
Yep. So let me just so the crowd can see as well. Gage is staying right up there. So he's staying in that little rich folks' house, which is it's called the Maravanchi family. They are minor nobles in town, well-to-do merchants, etc., etc., etc. So that is where he is staying. However, if you guys grab your boat and you eventually, it takes you another hour or so to make your way back to Shadow Shore and drop your boat off once again. What do we want to do? We're going to just go back to our places of establishment and have a rest?
Yeah, I need a long rest. Actually,
Um,
I do, but
You know what? I'm looking at this. Gage is gonna fucking rent a room.
Okay.
He is soaked. He is exhausted. He is going to rent a room in this local area.
Okay.
can you go ahead and divide that coin?
Yes, I will go get to that.
Well, no, I mean he can do it automatically through that group tag. It looks like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I was putting it on here.
Let me really quick. I'm looking at something.
1,000. I'll
So-
quickly add some extra coin into this because it wasn't all counted up correctly.
So, right here, there is an inn Edelbrock knows about. It's called Coffin Squatters. It is it's an inn. You know, I guess
Okay.
it's got it going for it. Shadow Shore is the slum district, so the inns and whatnot are not going to be that great. But over here is a place called coffin squatters.
Before we divide up the gold, you mentioned that this gold was in old mints. Is this something that's more valuable if I sold it to a collector?
That would TBD. Definitely, I would imagine that historians there's a museum here in Shadow Shore that maybe.
Yeah, because if at that point dividing up the coin, at least the copper and silver would be a bad idea. But the rest of the stuff, unless someone wants like this bag of gems, this bag of jewelry, we can add all this into the gold slot and divide up the gold equally.
To sell that stuff before we can divide it. I mean, I don't know what any of it's really worth.
Well, I am going to say just because I don't want to have to go through a bunch of haggling, you're not going to get any different than what it's valued right now.
Okay.
Because if this was a full campaign and we were based out of town here, then I would do something like that. But I don't want to bog the game down in a lot of minutia detail type stuff. So you can convert the copper and silver into gold and put it all into gold right now, and then we can divide it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that then.
So go ahead and calculate it out and then round it up to the next gold. So if it comes out uneven, just round it up to the next and just add that total amount in with the gold.
Oh, that's right. You can just convert it, can't you?
Auto convert.
Okay, yep. So we have, there we go.
Why is it only showing 8 gold coins?
It converted it all into platinum because the coin feature allows you to just do that.
Oh, nice. All right, so I am going to nope, no Hakon. Let's do him and him. All right, everybody should now have their own.
Yeah, that actually works.
Yep.
Very cool. Easier?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what the value of any of that other stuff was.
So I'm going to give it the each of the 2 bags have 100. One has 100 gold pieces worth of gems, and the other has 100 gold pieces worth of jewelry. So if you just want to transfer that to gold and have 200 gold, but I know Marmot said he wanted a piece of jewelry, so I'm going to say Marmot has
there was a specific separate piece of jewelry you were calling out, like a
Well,
seashell
the jewelry was all sea oriented, like it was made out of coral.
That's fine.
Right,
so what we can do here is you get your share of the gold that comes from selling that stuff, right? And then you just simply take a necklace from that set and say your character has it, and just get rid of like a couple gold.
It's fine. I'll figure something else out. I got this.
What was that ring and bracelet? It might have been an earring. I couldn't quite remember which. They came from Solar Arc off the ship.
Oh yeah, he had a gold earring.
He had 2 pieces.
Give me a
earring. I thought it was a bracelet. I'm not sure.
Let me go.
There's a ring and a bracelet.
Well, I know the ring. Yeah, that's right. He had a ring on as well, but it wasn't the ring that you guys found. I'm going back up to that part to see what he had on him because I didn't keep it here. Where is his stuff? Somewhere up here. There he is. Solar bark. He had a earring worth 50 gold and a silver ring worth 25 gold. So if you just want to add the 75 gold to the 200.
All right.
Oh, it traded at the platinum. That's funny. All right. Nope. All right. Treasure has been distributed. Well, gold has been distributed for everybody. Yep, and you can get rid of the bag of jewelry too. There we go. So now we are good to go. And now we are going to take ourselves a long rest.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
you don't have to move yourselves. Just everybody go ahead and give yourself a long rest, and I will just advance the calendar to the next day. All right. Where are we going to meet the following day? Because everybody is obviously back in their own places.
How many
Usual
people
rescue
actually
pirate?
left the area or just stayed in that small little space?
Well,
So,
I crawled up on the roof right above Edelbrock's room and slept and snored all night.
um, and I know Gage stayed here, and so the only one that probably would have left the area would have been Forge. But if Forge stayed in this area, that means everybody can just stay in this area, and that's totally fine.
Because we got here when it was getting to dusk, which means you would have to either rent a ferry if one was still going that evening all the way across, or walk all the way around.
Yeah, exactly. So, really quick, somewhere in here, before we go any further, if I can find it. I really hate when I have like a shit ton of stuff. And so we're going to go through this here real quick. And I'm going to start with Edelbrock, if that's okay, if you don't mind. So this may take a couple minutes, so hopefully you guys will bear with me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So Edelbrock, after the horrors beneath Parrot Island, you make your way back through the humid Shadow Shore night into the familiar back rooms of the Last Ditch Lovers. The brothel's lanterns cast their usual gaudy glow, but you slip through the side entrance as always. The courtesans know your routine. You retreat to the small windowless chamber you've claimed, little more than a repurposed storage room, honestly, with a nice sturdy cot, low table, and a single hooded lantern. Set your gear aside. You do as you always do, even before. It's like habit. It's like a force of habit. You can't not do it as you open your book of shadows and sit heavily on the cot. The necrotic stench of the undead still clings to you, not only physically, but mentally. The power you already command really, when you were down there, felt completely insufficient against whatever larger game Vanthus and Lotus Dragon seemed to be playing. The exhaustion really does pull at you, and your eyes grow heavy as the muffled sounds of laughter and music and the creaking beds drift through the thin walls. The back room that you're in dissolves, and you suddenly find yourself standing in a vast hall of white stone and polished bronze. The air carries a scent of warm sunlight, steel, and faint incense. Before you pulses a radiant presence, unmistakably feminine. Her voice is clear, strong, and commanding, like a battle-seasoned officer who will not be refused. A warm golden aura radiates from her, pushing back every shadow in the hall with a gentle but unrelenting light. Edelbrock of the Hobgoblin Legions, she says, her tone firm but carrying a sort of an undercurrent of what can only be compassion. I have watched you bind yourself to secrets and pacts of convenience. I have seen how you tend the wounds of the broken and discarded in this den of flesh. There is pragmatism in that. Yet mere survival will not be enough. With a gesture, the floor shimmers like water, and a illusory vision unfolds before you. Sassarine's harbor at night. Lotus Dragon thugs move suspicious crates stamped with strange symbols. You see Vanthus Vanderborn laughing as he hands over a small dark pearl that throbs with malevolent energy. The vision darkens, brief, hazy glimpses of black water churning unnaturally, writhing tentacles, strange creatures roaming upon lost or forgotten lands as distant demonic howls flood your senses. A tide stirs even now, carried by the traitors and fools in this city. The Lotus Dragons are but pawns. Vanthus serves powers that would drown these lands in chaos and corruption. Law without light becomes tyranny. Strength without protection is hollow and will shatter when the true storm breaks. It's almost like she's pausing to give you the opportunity to interject if you wanted to. If not,
What is it that you want? Who are you?
I am no soft priestess, soldier. I am she who forged her own legions in the crucibles of war, just as your people have done for generations. We both understand discipline. We both respect hierarchy and steel over chaos. That is why I conscript you, a hobgoblin who already grasps the value of order and rank is a blade worth tempering. Names and faces are earned through service, not demanded by new recruits. Prove yourself in the coming battle, and greater understanding will be granted you. Once again, she pauses, giving
Myself?
Edelbrock.
I have been proving myself. Where is that power I was promised?
You think your station warrants a full battle briefing? Everything at once? No, it does not. But know that Vanthus and those he serve traffic in a corruption that spreads like poison. That dark pearl is one seed of many. Strike their den, observe, interrogate, learn. The answers are yours to seize, not to be handed to you like a whelp's ration.
Penkus would die regardless, but where is the power I was promised?
You feel this powerful surge of revulsion. This female presence seems to command you to talk to you like that. It clashes with every instinct of proper hobgoblin hierarchy and martial discipline, yet the power she offers flows into you like sunlight on cold steel, radiant, disciplined, potent against the darknesses you faced beneath the island. A fragment of her essence reaches out and sinks into your book of shadows. New pages bloom open with glowing golden script, protective sigils, runes and valor, and invocations of solar fire. Your pact shifts. It expands. Eldritch energy ignites within your veins, now threaded with a warm, radiant light. A small sunburst and a downward sword emblem etches itself on the cover of your tome. I name you my agent in this shadowed place, soldier. Her unmistakably feminine voice continues to ring with authority. When you storm the den of the Lotus Dragons, stand as both blade and shield. Protect what must endure. Show precision where others would slaughter. Even the lowly and the fallen deserve the chance to stand beneath the light. The presence begins to slowly fade. Her final words linger like an order etched in your mind. The choice is yours. Serve, grow stronger against the cunning storm. Refuse, and even your rigid order will be swept away with the rest. You jolt awake on the cot in the back corner of the Latchstiff Lovers. The Book of Shadows rests warm still in your hands, but you can sense and see and feel New celestial power and invocations settle into your mind like a fresh tactical doctrine. Your eldritch energy, so familiar and comforting to you already, now carries faint threads of golden sunlight, and a new emblem on your tome grows briefly before dimming to a subtle mark you can conceal if you so desired. A soft knock comes to the door as one of the courtesians you regularly heal checks to see if you are all right after hearing you scream and stir. Welcome to third level, sir.
Yeah, with the feeling that I'll probably would be on the floor.
Mhm.
With the feeling of the celestial power, I probably would unconsciously went from the bed to like kneeling on the floor.
Right?
And immediately I look over to my chest. I open the chest and grab the book of my former deity.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like throw it against the wall.
The book that you have, the Book of Shadows, is the exact same book. It just now contains shifted power. I guess you could call it a new emblem on the book, as if this
No,
is shift.
the prayer book of.
Oh, I got you. I got you. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
against the wall.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All
I
right.
actually leave that from my inventory because I'm not gonna keep it anymore.
All right. As we move on to the evening, you realize that it's early, but not like it's before daybreak, Edelbrock, when you are awoken. But it's still the following day, and you realize you've been there probably several hours. Like you crashed, no telling how long you were in this vision, but many hours have passed. So give yourself a long rest and remove all of your exhaustion.
Okay, and I'm going to probably meditate in a trance, probably for hours afterwards.
Okay.
So I'm like not do my normal morning routine.
Okay. All right. That's fair. It's interesting. The symbol is etched on your book. It's like it burns itself into it. However, because it is your Book of Shadows, you can make it look like anything you want. So you can allow that symbol to be visible to anybody, or it can be hidden any way you want. But it is a strange sunburst with a sword sort of pointed downward, and it's an interesting symbol. One that you. What's that?
The Book of Pantheon.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like anything in that book that I've seen?
Let's come back to that.
Okay.
Marmot. Sorry. Go ahead.
You said I go to level 3. How do I level up?
We will do that off after the game. We'll make sure that happens. I'm just saying you're going to level 3. So. Marmot, as you stumble out of the boat, weary, exhausted, tired, climbing up to a roof. Not many of the roofs that you have been on here recently, as most of your time has been spent in the Merchant District and maybe the Azure, some of the more affluent areas where the good people hang out, just because pickings are better. Stealing from people in the slums seems almost like stealing from yourself at times, but the night is warm, the air heavy with the scent of salt water. Below you, Sasserine continues its endless conversation with itself. Lanterns flicker along distant streets. Sailors stagger between taverns near the harbor. Somewhere a dog barks, because of course it does, answered by another even further away. The city truly never does sleep. Perched atop a weathered rooftop overlooking the district, you watch the lights dance upon the waters of the bay. Not the most comfortable place to spend the night, but it's yours. No suspicious innkeepers, no questions, no curious eyes lingering on your mask, just open sky and familiar stone. You've slept in worse places. Eventually, the sounds of the city fade into the background and sleep claims you. But your instincts are sharp, your senses even sharper. Something wakes you. You open your eyes immediately, not because of a noise, or not because of movement, but because of a smell. Pipe smoke. For several long moments, you simply lie still, staring upwards at the stars. The scent is faint, carried upon a gentle breeze from somewhere nearby, yet there's no mistaking it. The dude. 5 long years fall away in an instant. You remember sitting atop stacks of cargo crates while he spun ridiculous stories about treasures he'd never found. You remember watching him pick pockets with impossible ease, all while pretending not to notice that you were studying his every movement. You remember long nights along the docks listening to the waves strike the harbor, whales while pipe smoke drifted lazily overhead. The scent lingers only for a moment before disappearing. Yeah, but your sleep is gone. A strange feeling settles in your chest, as though something heavy is waiting for you in the dark and you can sense it. You sit upright, scan the neighboring rooftops. The city stretches in every direction beneath the moonlight. Slate rooftops and stone chimneys form a maze of shadows and silvery light. Laundry lines swing gently between buildings. Lanterns burn in distant windows. Everything appears normal. Then you notice it. Not 20 feet away, resting on the peak of an adjacent roof, sits a dusty old wine bottle. The sight is so absurd for a moment you wonder if you're still dreaming. Yeah, nobody climbs onto a rooftop just to leave a bottle of empty wine. Beside it lies a folded card. The paper flutters gently in the breeze. Yeah, you're pretty darn sure it wasn't there when you went to sleep. Crossing to the neighboring rooftop, you crouch beside the bottle and unfold the card. 2 words are written upon it. Steal it. Your breath catches. The handwriting is familiar. Not because you've seen it recently, because you haven't. Years have passed, but some things leave marks deeper than memory. You know this handwriting, or at least you desperately want to believe that you do. The bottle sits untouched before you. Cheap wine, dock worker wine, exactly the sort of swill the dude used to drink, all while claiming nobles were too stupid to appreciate it. You stare at it for a long moment before finally reaching forward. The moment your fingers extend, another hand appears. A spectral green hand materializes in the air between you and the bottle. You freeze. And the hand freezes. For one ridiculous heartbeat, the two of you simply stare at each other. Then the spectral hand casually reaches forward and snatches the bottle first. It turns toward you and gives you a playful little wave. That silly little wave instantly reminds you of someone who was always far too pleased with himself. The bottle slips from its grasp. Glass shatters across the rooftop. The sound echoes into the night, and like a skittish animal, the hand vanishes. At the same instant, movement catches your eye. Across the rooftops, perhaps 50 feet away, a lone figure stands, silhouetted against the moonlight. The shadow, tall, thin, a long coat stirring gently in the night breeze. One hand rests near its face, and for just a moment you catch the faint orange glow of what could be a pipe ember. The figure turns, not enough for you to see its face, just enough to suggest a familiar grin. Then it slips behind the chimney and vanishes. Reason tells you it cannot be him. Reason tells you that the dude disappeared years ago. Reason tells you that ghosts do not wander the rooftops of Sasserine carrying bottles of wine. But reason has never been particularly convincing. Without thinking, you give chase. The rooftops of Sasserine stretch out before you like an old map you've spent your entire life learning by heart. You leap across narrow alleys and scramble over weathered stone walls, laundry lines swaying overhead while the moonlight gleams off rain barrels and slate shingles slick with sea air. Ahead, the figure appears again, only for an instant. A silhouette crossing another rooftop, a long coat slipping around a corner, a faint curl of smoke drifting upward before disappearing into the night. Every time you think you've gained ground, the figure vanishes again. Always just ahead and always just out of reach. As the chase continues, strange things begin happening around you. Approaching a gap between two buildings, you find a loose plank slowly tipping forward, settling neatly across the alley just before you arrive. A shutter swings open at precisely the moment you need a handhold. A length of rope uncoils itself from a pulley and drops within reach. A loose roof tile slides aside, revealing a safer path around a chimney. The occurrences are small, subtle, yet undeniably impossible. And every so often at the edge of your vision you catch sight of that same spectral green hand. A finger points toward a narrow path between rooftops. A thumb hooks toward a nearby ladder. A playful wave appears before vanishing once more. The hand never lingers and never explains itself. Anyway, yet each appearance guides you closer to your quarry. After a time, you begin to realize something unsettling. It no longer feels as though you're chasing someone. It feels as though someone is teaching you, leading you, showing you where to step, where to look, where to go. The pursuit carries you across districts and neighborhoods alike. The sounds of taverns amid dockside revelry gradually fade behind you until only the distant crash of waves remain. At last, the figure slows. Far ahead, atop the weathered warehouse overlooking the harbor, a lone silhouette stands, waiting beneath the moonlight. For the first time since the chase began, the figure does not immediately disappear. You can clearly see the outline. Tall, thin, long coat, one hand resting on a pipe. For a brief moment, hope rises within you. Dude? The figure turns slightly, just enough to suggest that smile again. Then, a cloud drifts across the moon. Darkness sweeps over the rooftop. When the moonlight returns, the figure is gone. No ladder, no doorway, no obvious means of escape. Only the empty rooftop remains. And resting upon the edge of the roof is a single copper coin. The coin lies among the rooftop ridge. For a long moment, you simply stare at it. The years have worn its surface nearly smooth, and in the moonlight it appears no different from 100 other copper pieces that pass through the markets of Sasserine every day. Yet your heart tells you otherwise, and you've seen this coin before. Countless times. You remember watching it dance across the dude's knuckles while he considered a difficult lock. You remember him flipping it into the air before deciding whether a job was worth the risk. You remember him insisting, despite all evidence to the contrary, that it was lucky. Slowly you take a step forward, and then another. The coin remains motionless, waiting. As you reach the rooftop ridge, the familiar spectral hand appears once more. The translucent green fingers emerge from empty air beside you, no longer darting about the edge of your vision. For the first time, the hand lingers, patient, expectant, waiting for something. Without fully understanding why, you extend your own hand. The spectral fingers mirror the emotion exactly. You flex your fingers. The hand flexes its fingers. You point toward the coin. The hand obeys. A strange thrill passes through you, as though this is something you have always known how to do, but just now remembered. The spectral hand glides toward the rooftop. Across it, its fingers close around the copper coin, and then, with a casual flick of its wrist, remarkably similar to the one Dude used countless times, It lifts the coin into the air and carries it back to you. The coin hovers for a moment above your waiting palm, then drops neatly into your hand. The instant your fingers close around it, the world disappears. Moonlight vanishes, the harbor vanishes, the rooftops vanishes, everything vanishes. Your eyes snap open, the stars shine overhead. The night breeze rolls in from the harbor. You're lying exactly where you fell asleep, upon your rooftop, alone. For several moments you simply stare upward, listening to the distant sounds of Sasserine trying to steady your breathing. Did you fall asleep? You dreamed the entire thing? The bottle, the chase, the figure, the coin? None of this makes any sense. Slowly you sit up, but something feels different. You can't explain how, only that some unseen door within your mind now stands open. Instinctively you glance down toward your hand and freeze. Clutched tightly within your fingers rests a worn copper coin. The same size, same weight, the same years of wear. You turn it over beneath the moonlight. It can't be proven, should not be possible, and yet it looks an awful lot like one of the dude's lucky coins. Far below, the city continues its endless nighttime murmur. A breeze drifts across the rooftops carrying the faint scent of salt water. For just a moment, you think you catch the smell of pipe smoke as well. Then it's gone, and somewhere deep inside, something answers your call. A spectral green hand appears beside you, waiting for what you want it to do next. Welcome to third level, sir.
That was great. Thank you.
Welcome. Not as much interaction for Mormont, but let's see. I'll bet you
I can steal some shit if you want me to.
I have to look because we are running out of time, and just because I'm going to be a jerk about it, I am going to pause tonight's game because next session I am not going to bother about Gage advancing because next session Gage will not be here, and we will bring in a way. Well, technically Gage will be here, so I guess Gage will be able to advance. I just didn't do any kind of a write-up for Gage's advancement because I know he was going to be going, so Gage can just advance because we are going to be writing Gage out and writing Cora's new character in next session. So
I don't have their character actually in Beyond.
That's fine.
Because I couldn't put mine in because it was for something else entirely originally. So I rewrote Gage as my own.
Okay.
In Beyond.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna, I'll do all the modifications like in Beyond in Forge myself.
You talking for Gage?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, it's totally fine. That's fine. Again, just he's going to third level. And I am not going to lie, I don't think I did one for Forge because I don't remember if you did, I probably completely forgot because I had asked everybody where they were going with their.
I told you I was leaning one or two ways.
Yeah. So I think that's why, and I just never got back to it. So we'll do AK's, i.e. Forges at the first thing next session. That'll be the first thing we do and knock that out. Because I started writing something up, then I'm like, well, I'm not sure what he wants to do. And then I completely slipped my brain because we started doing this. I'm like, oh, crap. I didn't do one for AK. So we'll make sure that Forge is, well, I kind of have one half done, but I'm not going to do a half done thing. So we'll go ahead and make sure we finalize what Forge is going to do for his advancement on third level, and then I will do the write-up for next time. And as I said, Gage, Jacob, just go ahead and do the update right there. And you have your PC because I can. All right. So what I'll do is I'll send you disassociate you from Gage in the game. I'm just gonna remove Gage from that game on Beyond, and then I'll send you the link.
Gage might actually be completely gone from that game because I think I used his Beyond slot to make my character.
Okay, that's even
'Cause
better.
I couldn't put mine in
Yeah,
there.
I knew you couldn't because you can only have one. I only allow one character. So we will make sure that. Let me do this first. So let's go ahead and we're going to be ending our game. So that's where. By the way, that's where our game's ending tonight. Unless.